That is a very calming song to start the new episode of the City Podcast. Welcome to episode 157. We are your hosts. I'm Tony and I'm here with
Roman.
And
your boy Eric.
Hate that boy.
And of course we got a special guest in the room. Sir, introduce yourself.
Carlo.
He looks so shy, right? Like, just fucking know it. Like, there's minimum people that listen to this, and they don't even care what we say. We said some fucked up shit on mic, and they're like, it's just them. So you don't be shy, sir. You want something?
Now you all know how Eric feels when y'all say. Well,
I just wasn't sure if I wanted to use my real name.
Good government's watching. Government's watching.
Fucking bullshit.
I
I don't know how many people want to know my real name.
I'm telling you, man, you don't want to let your information out there.
I let my information out there. The only thing that can happen is they give me better credit.
Yeah,
bad credit.
You actually have good credit, so.
What happens if they give you, like, they fuck up your credit and you can't get shit no more?
That's fine.
Credit's all you got.
You start stealing.
Okay, says the guy that just plainly said earlier today that he also fucking have cards that cash is king, so.
Yeah, well, I told you, I don't trust the system.
Okay, well then.
But I have really good credit.
See, now you're seeing how it is to have an argument or a debate with Tony. He'll contradict himself real quick. Like, he'll make a bold statement like, girls are fucking gay. It's like, but I kind of like them, you know? They're useful.
I ain't saying
They're soft.
Wait.
And that's why Tony sucks dick.
I've never said girls are gay.
Next
I just said
topic.
they have their place.
So is this a good distance right here?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
that's right. Don't worry about it.
But, yeah, don't trust the system. Don't trust it. I do have good credit, though. I have to. It's the way of America. But if I don't have to use my card for anything, I won't do it. I carry cash all the time.
So now you know, guys, if he's out on the streets,
I got cash.
mug this motherfucker.
I wish
For
you
all
would.
$10.
Try me. Either I give you all the money or this is how Tony goes out.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna give him all the money.
Nah, not really. No,
Black ass nigga, look at you.
nothing really interesting happens to me, so if I fight off a mugger, it seems like a good story to
You're
tell.
whack. Your clothes is whack.
Your stance is whack. His shoes are whack. God, I love that fucking video.
Trying to tell me you got stabbed over $5? My $5. It's the last $5 I
That's
had.
$3.
And I
That's
still owe
$3.
$5, and now I'm stabbed.
That's 2 sodas I could buy. Fuck. I can't even. Oh, it is 2 sodas. Kind of.
$5 is $3 burgers. No, $2 burgers.
$2.
$5 is $2 burgers.
Yeah, cause taxes and shit.
Yeah.
So they're not really all dollar, like 2 something.
Oh, yeah.
Still get
Okay, I'm just
three.
saying, dollar burger, it'd be $1.08
You know,
with tax, so that's
Tax
technically like
jumped up.
4.
Why are we fucking
You
arguing
say
about
this,
fucking
you say this,
dollars?
but I've been to McDonald's and I've been like, give me $3 burgers. They're like, all right, that's like fucking 6 something.
Then you're not getting dollar burgers, dog. Because
Look,
I bought a
don't
fucking
tell
dollar
me.
burger from McDonald's.
you know
for
what, dude?
$1.08.
There's a natural
bullshit.
argument about that. People from Australia and UK come
Australia.
over to America, and they're like, "Why is it you guys don't put the tax, like how much everything is, in your price tags? Like you're like, it's $20. You go to the register, give them 20. He's like, it's 21 something. He's like, but it costs 20.
You know why? Because they deal with fucking funny money and pounds.
And
Alright?
also, we like surprises at the end of
I
everything that we
guess.
purchase.
I say this until they're like, never mind, cut those assy things off.
But it's,
Kids,
a,
you ain't eating, I am though. Fuck y'all.
it's like a legit argument.
Loonies, right?
Those are Canadian.
Canadians,
Yeah.
okay.
That's Canadian currency and
For real?
Yeah, loonies and toonies.
loonies and toonies.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I know that?
I thought.
I thought they were using. No, yeah, Canadian. I thought it was Canadian money. I just didn't know what they were called.
What do you think Canadian currency was called, Eric?
I thought they were doing the same thing as England, pounds and pence.
Is it really pounds and pence over
Yes.
there? Oh.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking dumb.
See, he was gonna try and call me out, but I was like,
What's the Japanese currency?
Yen?
Fucking
Nerds.
Pesos? I
No, that's
like
the
that.
Filipino. Filipinos have pesos.
No, that's Mexico, eh?
Yeah, Filipinos too.
Yeah, they
Oh,
have
okay.
pesos too.
Yeah. You know what though?
You gay? Yeah, totally do it.
I know you guys call it funny money, but damn, some pretty money out there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude! Like the euros, I
Mhm.
think the euros look really nice. I've seen euros. The Jamaican money looks okay, but like the euros look fucking nice.
Do they have dreads?
I think one of them did. But there's just a bunch of old people. I mean, there's always old people.
Some of it is like legit art. The guys that go smoke hookah gave John like a couple collection of money he had from around where he's been.
The Moroccan.
It was Moroccan, I think Egyptian. He gave him a different kind of bills.
Cash?
Yeah, cause
because like I think John was talking about like, oh, I have like different currency. I like looking at it. And shit.
He likes
And
collecting
he
different
was like,
currency.
oh, you like that shit? So he just gave him like, here, fuck, take it. I don't care. It's worthless. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's not even in printing anymore.
he gave him rupees, shit from. It was like 3 different currencies,
Yeah.
and I was looking. I was like, dude, this is fucking really pretty stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then I look at the American fucking dollar. I was like, you're just green, you piece of shit.
Yeah, no.
And I threw it, and I realized that $1, you can have a lot of that other shit that Eric John had.
Yeah,
Fucking
those
goddamn
particular
white
currencies.
faces.
But not like the ice. Like everybody calls it funny money, but
Oh, yeah, yeah.
some of it is
Because it looks
cool.
like Monopoly money.
Some of it is cool, but I can't say I've seen too many different types of currency. Just,
I've seen it. You know what? A lot of people use coins. I like coins. I have a little collection of
I've seen
coins.
some cool coins.
I was like, God damn. But anyways, it's not like I'm gonna travel the world. So
My brother has a really cool.
Peso.
I mean, it's not really cool, but yeah, it's a peso. It's 10,000 pesos.
what? The old school one, the heavy motherfucker?
Yeah, that no, the bill, not the coin, the bill.
Oh yeah.
Like 10,000 pesos,
Uh
which would be like $500 today.
huh.
Had that should not been like hyperinflated, like it's
Mhm.
actually only worth $10. So
Oh, really?
yeah, because it's $1 per 1,000 pesos for that money if you want to do an exchange.
Oh yeah,
So
because it's out of
yeah,
currency.
So it's $10 basically.
Some collectors will buy it though, if you want to put it out there.
Not for that. Fuck
No.
that. Also, I mean, they would buy it if it was in good shape, but it's not. Like I have an old $2 bill from it's really fucking cool. It's actually I think it's a little bigger than the regular ones, and it's got red ink on it. And it's really cool. And then the back of the $2 bill isn't the one that you see in the newer ones, where it's like the guy signing the
the
Declaration
signing,
of
yeah.
Independence.
You have the
It's a different
original
one. Yeah,
$2
It's an old
bill.
one. It's
Yeah,
really
those
fucking cool, man. I
those are
totally
cool.
love it.
Dude,
I think it's from
Now you heard it, people. Go ahead and rob his ass.
1946. It could be from before that, but I know that so if it's from before that, then my bad. But like I know it has a different back image, and then there's red ink on it. Like the serial numbers are written in red ink.
dude, we used to get $2 bills for special occasions,
Yeah.
baptisms and confirmations
Yeah, I think
and
those
shit
things
like
are like
that.
fucking great to
Oh,
get.
I have a collection of $2 bills, like
I
pretty
use
decent.
mine.
I don't
I
use
used
them.
to hide them.
I use them because my grandma used to send me that's good luck money, so I always keep them as good luck charms. And I have a stack of $2 bills. I like I have a whole bunch of $1 gold coins.
Yeah, I got a shit ton of dollar gold coins and the big Kennedy ones,
Mhm.
and I also have the old I think it's like the ones that have the drummer.
Yeah, I have those
They
too.
have those. And
The
then
ones
I
with
have-
Liberty in front and have like
Yeah.
a weird shape. I have
Yeah,
those
they have
too.
those $1 ones, and
Yeah.
then they kind of like almost like octagons or something like that. And then I also have $5 bills from the 1950s.
Oh, the
that
bill
are
round
the-
5.
It's a silver dollar. It's considered a silver dollar. It's
Oh, okay.
5 silver dollars.
Oh, okay. You know, my dad had a little fucking metal train inside it. He has old Mexican pesos, the ones that used to be made out of silver. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fuck, man, those things
Those
look
like
pretty.
the ounce ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those actually still go for like for some cash.
I know,
you
I
get,
know.
Like $10 off of like depending on how old they are, you get some cash from 'em.
I keep them there, but I opened the little train. And there's nothing but old pesos and old silver dollars. And I did my research and it's like, oh, that's the shit when they used to put actual silver in coins, and you could tell from the engine. I was like, it's fucking cool. Some of that money just looks cool sometimes.
There's this fucking dude. I went to Traders Village, and it was when they were doing it was like powwows for the Native Americans,
Yeah.
and
Isn't that racist or insensitive? Powwows?
That's what because it
That's
had
what they
Native
call 'em.
Americans.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what they're called, and they were changing the name for it. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
I ain't never forget.
So you were at the Traders Village
so I was there,
powwows.
and like they had like this tent posted up, and there's this dude selling old silver dollar pesos,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was like, fuck yeah! I was like, yeah! I bought 2 of them. And I had those things for the longest time, and I don't know somewhere when I was out on the road for work, in one fucking hotel somewhere, I left them behind and never saw them again.
Damn.
So that
Dang.
was somewhere fucking.
Some May got a nice tip.
She's like, bitch, this ain't American.
She's like, throw in the trash. She's like, bitch, you just threw silver away.
Huh?
I'll go back in there. Excuse me.
They kill me.
So I was saying you before we started recording that going to watch Nate changes my outlook in life.
Oh yeah, you said a little bit about it. What's up?
For the longest time, joke around shit. I know I'm big and I eat like crap.
Nigga, you fat.
Right? I'm not gonna, but I was able to do shit. I was able to fucking, live the way I like.
Okay.
But that's because I haven't been outside of my comfort zone in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
A long time.
Agreed.
Yeah, thanks for going out to my birthdays, by the way, when I've invited you. Appreciate that. It's great.
I didn't go to your birthdays.
Maybe you went to one.
I went to every single Halloween.
That's
wait.
Fucking lie.
Halloween's the...
I've been to every Halloween and birthday you invited me at your house.
Nah.
Yes, I
That's a
have.
fucking lie.
Yes, I have.
Eric?
I make it a point to go
That
to
might
every
be a
single
lie.
That's
birthday in
that's a
Halloween.
lie.
I said it might be because I always got drunk at his place.
Oh yeah, when I got there, he was already shit-faced. Like the one time I go, hey man, where's Carlo? He was passed out on his couch, and he's like,
That's
he was
true,
having
he
a good
passed out.
birthday.
Oh, what the fuck? Ever?
yeah.
Time.
I've been there.
A lot of times. Shut up.
The ratio there is that 4.
Whatever, man.
It's
It was
true.
like 4 years.
Yeah.
You might have missed the first one.
I missed the
If
first one,
that-
but I
He
was
didn't know you.
yeah, the first one was like Carlo's eye, but I don't know if he's.
I was like, who the
He's
fuck
not
is
out of my
You
comfort.
know me.
You know me, dog.
I fucking hate Tony, so I don't want to like back him in anything. But it's possible he could have been to every Halloween party.
I don't really think.
And
As
then
far as we weren't the heroes,
I mean, yeah,
we
it's
were
only-
there. Yeah,
it's
that's
only
like 4
we
years,
do.
5 years. Yeah. Since you had that place,
each time you invite me
I've
to
gone
occasion
every
to your
time.
house, I'm at least try to go for like an
I
hour.
only
30
went to a
minutes.
Christmas thing. I don't know if you had a Christmas thing.
Yeah, he didn't go to any of the Christmas ones. Look, the point is, people, is that this doesn't go to my shit.
I do.
And
And I
I know
know
he
that.
claims, and even though somebody else here
The
claims.
birthdays, yeah, the birthdays he doesn't go to.
Piece of
He's-
shit.
he's
Those
an
are the big
asshole.
ones.
Yeah, those are the ones you're supposed to go to.
You only
Like, in
get
all
so
honesty.
many.
And they were in December. Well, see, in December he doesn't like going anywhere because that's when I'll back him up on this one. That's when my mom has the posadas, so someone has to stay here with him. And I
Oh,
go
then
on.
I'm the
hate
one that-
fucking backing Tony.
But it's after
Dirty.
Christmas, after the holiday stuff is done.
Oh yeah, then Tony, you're
So,
fucked. That's
yeah,
Tony
yeah, it's like the
doesn't-
28th or not
27th.
27th.
Yeah,
27th.
it's like close to New Year's.
I don't think I've been there. Anyways.
No, you don't go to his parties when it was Christmas or his birthday.
Yeah, I know.
So again, I'm not.
Okay.
But
sorry.
if you do it when you do
Point
have
by voter.
your if you do have your Christmas and your birthdays up there.
I'll go this and just shut him up. But
Yeah,
I've
you see
been
that's a terrible thing
Yeah.
to say to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm only going so that you
I
don't
can't-
fucking yell at
I
me.
can't remember him
Fucking-
inviting me to his birthdays.
I go to a party and hang out.
No, wait. You know what? I have getting. I got proof of why I know I've been to one of your parties. Because I bought myself a fucking Christmas sweater.
I know you've
For
been
one
to
of
one
those-
of my parties, but you haven't been to a Christmas party or a birthday.
It was a Christmas party because I had to wear a Christmas sweater. And I spent a little bit of extra money because I had to go to the fat people store. And I remember then I told Eric, why am I wearing this? It's not even cold. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
it was an ugly fucking sweater party.
We had an ugly sweater party, but I think no.
Yo,
I
you
think
bought me
you're
a
lying.
bottle, right?
Yeah, I went
that's
there.
right.
I went there and
You
I.
only went for a little bit.
Well, I
And
feel
I-
like an
no.
asshole.
Because I remember I put that big old ornament on one of the hoodies I had. I was like, dude, I don't have time to go fucking buy one. So
And I was
I
there,
know
and
one.
I go, hey, where's Carlo? I think he had stepped out or something happened. It was you and your girl. He's like, he's not going to be here for a little bit. I was like, okay. And I don't know none of your peoples, and all I know is my brother. My brother was drinking. So it was me and Roman in the front, like where you park, with the steps. And I was like, oh, this is cool, it's fun. And I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
that's
time.
why you should smoke cigarettes too.
And I was like, cool. And I gave you like half an hour, and I don't know where you were. Either you were passed out or you were not in your house. And I was like, cool. I remember saying, hey, Rome, just tell him I was here, but I had to go back because my mom works at night. And I was
Yeah.
like, I left.
How did I
I
know?
just jumped. And then Eric's like, oh, man.
You were
they-
probably shithouse. So
No, then Eric,
I think you were going to buy some more something.
and then Eric comes and tells me, he's like, hey, dude, Carlo got fucked up. We had to carry him or he was out. And I was like, it sounds like a fun thing.
That was for Halloween.
That was
Okay, it might have been a few times.
the point is.
Non-alcoholic people.
You
No,
love fucking parties.
You're not thin ice. The alcoholic shit.
Well, thin ice. We're captain on it.
You're on the same thing with John's hair, thin.
Here's the thing, though. I don't really drink at parties. I'll smoke and shit. I'll have a couple, like 1 or 2 drinks and be like, I'm good 'cause I'm driving and shit. I'm actually responsible.
Bitch ass.
And then, like, a lot of people, they hang out in cliques, and I was like, I don't want to interrupt their fun. Be like, hi, I'm Tony, and shit like that. Or, hey, what's up? I was like, no. Because I know I'm annoying.
Yeah.
Alright? And then,
He barely figured
second,
that out.
nobody wants a fat, sweaty guy just fucking around them.
Fuck off, I do. They're fucking
Alright.
fun. Y'all are fucking fun as shit.
Yeah.
Why the
Now
fuck
we're
would I
all-
want
Well,
y'all
again,
around
this is
me?
mentality. Alright, so it goes back to me going to this concert. And I, for the longest time, I was like, I'm okay, I'm fucking, you know, fuck it, I'm fat, I could live with this. But I went to this concert, and it's been a while since I've been to a concert, dude.
Been a while.
And I used to love fucking going to concerts. Dude, I think they played, what, 4 songs, 5 songs? That's it?
No, they've played like
6 songs.
6 or 7 songs.
Alright, I got there, like, I think, like, midway the first song. By the 3rd song, dude, I was shaking. I was, like, fucking so sweaty and shaking. Like, I haven't been out, and I didn't drink my pain medicine because I was like, oh, man, it's a fucking bar. I'm gonna have a couple of drinks. So I was there standing, dude, and I started fucking shaking. My hands started shaking. I was trying to move with the music and shit. I was like, no. So I went to the restroom and fucking splashed water in my face. I was like, hey, man, just calm the fuck down. I came back, and I swear to God, I was looking for, like, chairs to lean on, poles to lean on. They had pool tables. I was around the fucking pool table. I was doing laps around it because I literally couldn't stand still and enjoy the music because everything fucking hurt. And then I was just sweating so much, dude. I was like, I look around, I was like, no one is sweating as much as me. And I don't know if this, I don't know, I was like, oh, man, is this part of, you know, my anxiety, my brain going, let's get the fuck out of here? Or it's just because I was playing fucking overweight, right? And I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, yeah, you can't even enjoy the music. So the band finishes, right? And I was just like, I had a jet. They finished, they get off the stage. Lucky enough, we meet him outside. We're like, hey, man, great show. Met his mom and shit. I was like, cool. But I don't even remember names because I asked Eric, it's like, hey, who was the lady in this color and who was that skinny white girl? And he's like, they had told me their names.
Yeah.
My brain didn't fucking register just because I was just so out of it. Drive home, dude. And I was driving home, dude. And I was just like, still shaking, still fucking, I was like, is this who you want to be? I was like, the biggest thing in my life I want to do is get to Vegas and gamble the fuck out of myself. Just like, either go into bankrupt or hit big, right? I was like, dude, you're never gonna make it down the fucking, you're like down the north side of your city. So I was like, man, it's time to change. It's like everybody around you is trying to live a healthier life because, of course, you guys are getting older. And I was like, maybe it's time, you know, stop bullshitting and just like try to eat better and shit.
Yeah.
I've been trying. Been drinking more water.
Good.
I traded bread, 2 meals. I traded bread for like lettuce, and I started using that and shit. I feel a little bit better, but my body's like, fuck you. And it's like, it's so much pain. And then I realized my house is really bad for healthy shit.
Yes.
Our surroundings is covered in junk. My family's eating schedule is so out of whack. And they give you that guilt, oh, you're not going to eat something I brought you?
Yeah.
You're making me waste money on food and you're just going to let it go to waste? How the fuck dare you? I was like, I don't want to eat past a certain hour.
Yeah.
He was like, but I bought you food. I was like, I didn't ask for fucking food. They're like, and then they give you that guilt and you feel like a piece of shit, so kind of give in. And then you start being picky about the shit you're eating. It's like, oh, well, you're too good now to eat. I was like, fuck. So, you know.
Told you I wasn't the only one, son.
Alright, so.
I get it.
No, so you try to get away, right? You try to get away, and they're like, and you hear them. I'm in my room just like, I don't want to eat right now, so you know. Oh, he's just being a little bitch. He's all fucking depressed. What's wrong with him? He doesn't want to eat. And you try to explain to him, look, I'm trying to eat healthy and shit. It's like, that's not gonna work. There's food. Why you let food go to waste? So I was like, give it to the dogs. He's like, is that what we're doing now? Huh? You're too good? We just throw shit to the dogs? Huh? Because fucking money comes out of trees and shit. And I was like, fuck.
I didn't get that though from mom. Because this is all mom talking shit.
This is my mom and my grandma.
Like, so she's like, hey. And I was like, I'm not eating anything. Quit it. And she's like, All right. And then she brings food for Tony, and they're eating. And I was like, what's up? She's like, oh, I thought you weren't eating. I was like, Nick, I ain't getting no fucking food. I'm coming to get some water. She's like, okay, good.
My mom and my grandma like eating what we call buffet style. They buy a lot of little small shit.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking everywhere. And you have your meal, right? And you're like, well, that's all you're going to eat? I was like, I'm not fucking hungry. And they're like, a bunch of sodas. Like, no. I'll try not to.
To be fair, I worked the way to counteract my mom's guilt by making her feel guilty. Where she buys, she thinks she buys all this food, right? And then they make food. And I was like, all right. And she sees me eat everything. And she's like, why are you eating? I was like, because you fucking brought it, right? You want me to eat it, right? And I'm there. I'm just fucking eating. And she's like, stop. And I'm like, nah, nigga. So and I'm fucking. She sees that I'm fucking bloated. I can't move it. I'm like,
are you happy
and she's like, why are you eating so much? I was like, because you brought it. And now you fucking open your mouth. And she's like, but you don't have to eat it all at once. I was like, too fucking late. And then I fart. And she's like, Jesus Christ. I was like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen now. So every time I follow her, I just fart. She's like, why? Why me?
And then there's the other part, you know, kids don't have like a eating schedule yet. And I take care of my nephews and nieces in different time zones. I was trying to do the fasting. Don't start eating till like 11, 12, right? And but my nephews get here at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And first thing they do is like, can you make us breakfast? I was like, okay. So I'm cooking them breakfast, where I buy them breakfast. And they're like, you're not going to eat with us? I was like, no, I'm not hungry. I'm just going to have my coffee. It's like, but eat with us.
You see, here's the thing.
I was like, fuck.
You're too fucking.
Oh yeah, I give it to my family.
Yeah, you're too, like, both of you have to be a little more selfish, especially when it comes to your health.
They don't ask me to eat with them though.
Like,
they don't. Because
everybody hates you. But the thing is, like, when
I get fast till 10.
I wake up quickly
at 12.
learned that with health, you have to be selfish. Like, you just have to be. Like, don't give a fuck what anybody's saying. Like, you have to do what you have to do to feel better.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but like I said, I haven't felt like a real piece of shit into the concert. Like, really bad. Like fucking everything hurt. Like, I make fun of, like, everything hurts. Like, she just take fucking pain pills.
Yeah.
But I literally feel like bad.
It seems like he's an addict.
Yeah, but that's one thing at a time, man. I can't fucking have him, like, be off of drugs and fucking get healthy. But
then again,
one has to, like, kind of take precedence.
And then
what if the fat's allowing his addiction to keep him alive?
Right? And that's the thing. Do you go down a rabbit hole of fitness and you don't know what's right, what's wrong? Like I was saying, Eric, that I saw videos and I read articles where if you're overweight, it's bad for you to do cardio. He said lift weights. You're gonna fucking burn out shit either way.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, don't lift weights. Try to fucking do something else. I was like, oh, I guess no.
Well, I mean, we have we have a dude that has more than enough experience in that department, so you could probably ask him.
Oh, I asked Carlo many times. What do I do? Do I do cardio? Do I lift weights? What's the optimal for someone my size?
Fitty.
You should definitely be lifting weights,
right?
Because it helps. I mean,
but what do you think about running, treadmills, and bikes?
I mean,
shit?
You're not gonna run straight up. You're not gonna run.
Well, I mean,
so if you take the initiative to be like, hey, I'm gonna walk, then do it. Because the whole thing is you have to do something that you enjoy. You have to do something that you're willing to do.
Which
so if
I don't
it's
like
walking,
the gym.
So if it's walking, then
That's
walk.
fine.
If it's you like walking around the entire neighborhood or driving to Cuellar Park and just like walking around there's nothing wrong with that. And then if like with time you're gonna burn calories and you're gonna continue to burn more and more calories as you become more active, you become faster with it. You'll find other things to do. You're gonna find other things that are gonna interest you. Your ability to be able to go to different places to walk is also gonna make it enticing and exciting, because not only are you gonna just no longer be reserved to just walking down the neighborhood and then just going to like a flat Cuellar Park, but now you can go to O.P. Staples, and now you can go to Government Canyon, and you can go to like Barton Springs and shit like that. Or why the fuck would you? No, don't. The Pearl's alcohol. Don't go there. Stay away from alcohol for a little while. But I mean, you can do things like that. I feel that lifting weights is a good thing, and I've read a lot of stuff that says that lifting weights is a really good way for you to burn fat. And also it's not just about cardio. Cardio is good, and it's definitely something that should be there. but don't burn your entire workout routine on just doing nothing but cardio, because I think you're gonna tire yourself out.
Yeah.
But lifting weights is good because it's gonna help you to burn fat. It's gonna help you to burn those calories, and it's also gonna help you to make sure that your body stays tight as you start to lose weight, because all that fat that you're gonna lose is gonna leave excess skin. So you want to keep that shit tight while you still can, because after you get to a certain age, you just can't do it anymore. You don't maintain the same elasticity. Guys are fortunate; we have a little more time, but you're already in your 30s, bro. So like,
You sound like a personal trainer, Papa.
bitch.
Hey, no, I don't mean that. And that's another thing, dude. I was surrounded, by Nate and his family and his individuals, and you're right. They're all positive,
Very much so.
all positive, and it's all love.
Yeah.
And I was like, to me, it was like, God, that's fucking creepy, but I'm not used to it.
No.
And then I was like, I was trying to throw my fucking jabs, just like, yeah, you were good, but you look like a fucking statue and shit, or change that. And I was on my drive home, was like, why would you say that? I mean, I'm back in my head, I already, I fucking, Nate's one of those people that like, I don't really think he likes us. Even Harry's like, I don't think he likes us like that. And it's like, it's because we're not used to, like, when he invites us to events, we have him over, we have this mentality of talking shit while giving compliments. And we said this before, you said this before, and then you see them around their group of friends and shit, and they're all fucking positive. And I was waiting for the jokes to start getting slung, and no jokes, no jabs, no nothing. It was just all possibility, all positivity, and all love. And I was like,
you guys are fucking strange.
Yeah, and I started fucking doing that jazz, and I was on my drive home. I was like, God, you're a fucking fat, sweaty asshole. Why would you do that? Like, he's already said, I think I messed up, and he was having those, those fucking mental things, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, why would you add to the bad stuff? So I was saying, just how hard did you say? Good job, homie. You sounded really good.
To be fair.
And to be fair, I was like, but I forgot what I said. I was like,
I don't think he would accept niceness from us because he's expecting the jab.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
So my thing, and like, there's books out there for this shit. My thing is, you guys are saying a few things that make sense, and I understand why y'all say certain things or why we do certain things. Like, we're all used to talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
We're all used to undercutting each other because that's just the way we get along.
Yeah.
But I mean, it goes to show not necessarily insecurities, but also like lack of communication amongst each other, because instead of like, we should be just encouraging each other, like, yeah, dude, you can do this, go for it, I believe in you. And just leaving that at that. Instead, we're like, yeah, go for it. You can do this. I believe in you, you fat fuck. Like, that's not, it's just going with it.
That's the thing. We laugh at it. We're like, yeah,
but we're enablers.
Yeah.
We're enablers to ourselves.
Sure.
We enable each other, and like, we encourage that type of communication. And then you said, like, or I'm sorry, maybe you said, like, if you had said something complimentary to Nathan, and then didn't have a jab in with it, it would have been like, what? That's
it would have been insincere.
But the thing is, that's not a reason to continue to be a dick or to be like insensitive. It's like that would actually present you more welcoming to somebody, or somebody who doesn't expect that from you would be rather pleasantly surprised and would react in turn.
Here's a real question.
Bitch.
People already expect that from us, and we try to change. Do you think they would accept that?
Yes.
Without telling them, hey man, I'm trying to change. Without,
It goes back again to the whole thing where if you say something complimentary to an individual and you don't have a jab associated with it and they're not expecting that from you, they may say something in turn, because at that point you've presented something to them that's like someone new.
Yeah, but if they go out and be like,
say no to a compliment.
Yeah, but when they go and say, so where's the burn? Where's the joke at? And you're like, no,
but that's
sincerely, like, I'm happy for you. And you're like, all right, get the fuck out of here.
But if I can see what you're saying. I just don't understand it either. Because even if I was like, if you were to just compliment me, no jab.
Oh, I tried. I'd be like, I tried. Okay,
But your
there's
bitch ass bitch.
like in my family, I tried all weekend to be nice without the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, "Fuck you." Ari's like, "Stop being a little fucking queer."
Mm-hmm.
My grandma's like, "What the fuck, Ari?" My sister's like, "What?" All right. And then when I was talking to you earlier, I was like, "Oh man, I should."
He's always constantly saying to himself, be nice, and I'm like, you're forcing yourself. That's why I don't.
Oh, you have to force yourself to change. Like, I was telling Roman, I was like, instead of just complimenting, I was like, I didn't say, "Hey, look, Roman, sorry, I could have just said, good game," or whatever the fuck, and ended it there, but I have to throw that little jab.
For what?
And then when he was playing that fucking mobile, I was like, "Hey, look, go ahead." I go, "Oh, it looks good, but you're a fucking shitty player." I had something around that.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, "Why can't you say, hey, it looks good?" I even said, like, "Sorry, you know what?" And I was trying to change. And this morning, the fucking, we're at the breakfast table or at breakfast time, and I was like, "You know what? Today I want to go to church. I feel like I want to go. I want to get back into church because I told you I haven't found something that I want to do." And one of those things is like I like is religion, right? First thing my mom goes is like, "Why you want to go to church?" And then he's like, "It's okay, Mom. Let the girl go to church." He's like, he wants to be a little bitch in church. And I was like, for like 5 minutes they went on this back and forth rant of telling me like all this put downs to go to church, and I stopped him. I was like, I literally just said I want to go to church today, and he's like, "It's already fucking late." I was like, "There's a 5 o'clock mass." He's like, "But it's in Spanish." It's like, I understand Spanish. I'm okay with it. It's like, Spanish is for little bitches. I was like, you know what? I was like, what the? And my mom's like, yeah. And I go, "Mom, you're religious."
Speak Spanish.
And I go, "Mom, my mom is religious."
TBH, bro. TBH. He said this after he first said, "Man, I'm hungry. Let's get. What do you want, barbacoa or something?" And I was just thinking, I barely woke up, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I want to fucking go get something to eat." Cause Pruman texted me. We were supposed to meet at 10, but he texted me earlier that he was at the missions and that he wanted to meet up at around 1.
Okay.
And I was like, cool. Fucking either way, it's like 10:30, so we could I could eat breakfast or something, right? Get ready for the day.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out if I want to eat tacos, and I don't know who's at the house, so I'm just waiting for people to wake up. And Tony's like, "Oh, we could get barbacoa or barbacoa tacos." So I was like,
Because it's Sunday.
It's 12 o'clock. Fucking, you ain't gonna get any good barbacoa right now.
It was 11. It was 10 something.
Yeah, it was 11 something.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was
you ain't
gonna
gonna get no
be
good
11.
barbacoa.
Okay.
Most of it you had to get like at 7 in the morning to get that good barbacoa and fucking carnitas.
Yeah.
Or if not, all you get left over is like the fat one that's just like dripping with fat.
Yeah.
And I don't like my
That's
barbacoa
fucking
that
awesome
greasy.
for me.
Right?
I don't like my
some
barbacoa.
fucking tomatillo sauce and some fucking
I like putting ketchup on I like putting ketchup on my
Stop
barbacoa.
with this fucking ketchup shit, okay? It's
I put it on
gross.
everything, man.
I eat it.
I don't
I
eat
eat it
spicy
anyway. I eat it with ketchup or with salsa and
Fucking
cilantro.
gross.
But main thing is I don't like my barbacoa to be super greasy and fat.
Yeah, the end of the casserole barbacoa, you know what I mean?
Shit, I'll eat
Bottom
that
of
shit
the
up. man.
fucking pan.
Well, that's
Hey,
keto
dude.
for you.
There you go. I don't go. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about
Oh,
it.
it's good. It's good, but you gotta ask
I
for
like
like
mine
half
kind of
lean,
dry,
half.
and I like the good carnitas. And usually, we don't go to the ones that we used to.
Yeah.
But I get it from my Culebra, and Culebra runs out of that shit quick. So you just get like the cheap shit of the carnitas, and I was like,
The leftover
nah,
bits.
All of the meat in culebra is the cheap shit of the
Alright.
carnitas.
Oh, so this
Calm down,
happens.
cálmate.
We're
So while we're figuring this out, I didn't know because my mom went to Eagle Pass. I thought she was gonna stay there the night, like Saturday, Sunday. I didn't know she was there, and she's talking, and she's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh my god," she's just I viene con la fucking. She's gonna start bitching about whatever, and she's like, "Hey, we're hungry. You wanna go get barbacoa?" I was like, I was thinking about tacos. She's like, "Okay, well, where are you gonna go?" I was like, "Daddy." She's like, "Nah, go somewhere better." I was like, "There you fucking go." I got crank. I was angry.
He was
And I
angry.
was just lashing out, and she was just like, "Well, fuck." she was angry back. I was like, "Well, who the fuck's here?" She's like, "Me, you, Tony, your grandma, Juan Diego." I was like, "Juan Diego don't count. He's asleep. We don't gotta get him shit to eat right now." Grandma, she probably won't even eat. I was like, "Grandma, you hungry?" She's like, "Nah, not really." I was like, "See?" And I was like,
And she's like, my mom was like, she could eat.
she's gonna eat.
I was like,
I was like, okay, whatever, fine. And then I was like, all right, I'll get tacos. And she's like, but I want Smoky Mo's, I want brisket and shit. I was like, well, then you fucking go get it. And she's like, but your truck's in the back and you fucking you're going. We had an argument.
Anyway, there was obstacles for
So
him to
the
go get
thing
food.
is, I just wanted fucking tacos, dude. I wanted my bean and cheese or my guisada and just eat tacos.
I'm really lost about.
The conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
but here's
Once
the
you go to
thing.
church, how are you
Here's the
getting
thing.
tacos?
As we're arguing about that, out of nowhere, Tony goes, "Well, don't get me no food, because when he leaves, he doesn't eat." And
I
always make
had
fun
this
of
thing
that.
if I get out of the house, I can't eat.
He's like, "I'm not
It
gonna eat
fucks with
because
my
I
head.
gotta leave or whatever."
Okay.
And that's where we're arguing. He's like, "You know what? Don't get me nothing. I'm gonna go to church." Like, oh, the faggots going to church now and shit.
Well,
That's why
see,
I started fucking
this-
going
this-
at it, because he was the first one who said, "Let's go get something to eat."
Yeah, okay.
I was trying to figure out
this,
what I could
this
cook, but we got no
conversation,
more eggs.
this argument conversation between him and my mom took like half an hour, 45.
I was ready to get the.
I was
fuck
drinking
out.
my coffee. I was just there at the table, not talking. Nah, I wasn't gonna do anything. I was trying to bring in the positivity.
Yeah.
I was trying to be the nice person, so I was keeping my mouth shut.
You don't do it when two
I
people are crazy.
was fucking I was on my tablet playing the game, minding my business, drinking my coffee. They were arguing for fucking 45 minutes about food. Food! I was like, just fucking whatever. If not, let's cook something. We're all here, fucking, whatever. My thought was like, if I eat breakfast, cool. I could spend my day doing something here.
Yeah.
But in this 45 minutes, I was thinking. I shut my brain off and I was like, oh man, everybody's here. I could do something. And I've been trying. We had this conversation before when I said, "Remember, I'm trying to find something to do with my time."
Yeah.
Because I've lost touch with all the nerd shit and everything.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, man, what seems good. We were talking about religion the other day. Because my dad finally got his headstone and his cross, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's been a while since I've been to church, and I've been wanting to go back to church. And I was like, oh, it's a great fucking opportunity. It's like early, I could make afternoon mass or
Yeah.
whatever. I could go. I can even go visit 2 churches because my household we have 2 churches we visit.
Yeah.
When one of us kicks us out, we go to the other one.
Yeah.
So they're having this fucking 45-minute discussion. They're going back and forth about dumb shit about food. And they're like, yeah, blah, 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 and this and that. When they make up their fucking mind to go get food, they're like, hey, you want something? I go, no. You know what? Don't bring me nothing because I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to church. And then, oh, man, the floodgates open. It was like, I guess all that pent out aggression, anger, just like, this little bitch wants to go out and charge. He thinks he's better. It was like, what
That's why I
the
said he was
fuck?
better. I was like, oh, what's this, you fucking bitch? You gotta go before your King Gaten wakes up from whatever. I pretty much called him a fucking CNA. He was a fucking registered nurse. It was like, bitch went and put him to the club yesterday, partied or something.
And that's
this
the thing.
break
I'm
the
just
judge.
like that's the thing where like if I was there with you, and for some reason like I stayed over the night and I'm here and they're arguing about shit.
You
And
probably
then-
would have left home.
No,
I mean, it wasn't like an argument.
It's talking.
They're talking.
Yeah.
It's,
No, I get it. And if you just say like I'm gonna go to church, I'd be like, cool man, go. Like the whole thing
there's this
is,
thing though.
No,
you might say
the
that.
main thing I was finding was he wanted tacos in Barbacoa, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna go get tacos in Barbacoa.
Okay,
But then he tells me he's gonna go, and I know when he's leaving, he's not gonna eat. So I
Okay.
just fucking wasted my chance fighting against Mom, trying to get him something. he
Nigga,
wants
what?
to
A
eat.
nigga can't change his mind midway,
Exactly.
bitch. Exactly.
people and see that's the thing is like
Not in the morning.
And you say this like you say, oh man, you would have just said, cool. My brother and my mom have this way of writing people to come and make fun of me with them, or vice versa. I have a way of fucking like we're making fun of someone, come and join us, and sometimes you don't see yourself getting caught. And they're like, let's all make fun of someone,
web, yeah.
right? I was like, God damn, what the fuck just happened? I got called a girl.
Yeah, I'm like, he's gonna go cleanse his soul so he can find himself a good nigga.
Yeah, my grandma came out of
She was
nowhere.
like,
My grandma came out of nowhere and she joined this shit.
hell yeah.
so
And it turns out at the end of the day, my mom's like, you gotta stay here and take care of your brother. Why? Because I'm leaving. I was like, fuck, alright. You know what she did? She's like, I made you breakfast. Here, eat it. I was like, alright, I guess. Yeah, it's hard to change in this
I had
household.
to go get somewhere, and then I called home because they didn't have what Mom wanted. And I was like, I got something close to it. And
But,
I was like, there. And I fucking hit my shit, and I got ready, and I left. She's like, where you going? I was like, I fucking told you I'm going with Dad. She's like, oh yeah, okay, be careful. I was like, all right, bye.
That's the way we talk. But yeah, no, I found out I'm ready for change. I think I had to be mentally prepared to change before the change happens.
And the thing is,
Funny
something
thing is,
else.
she's like, tell your sister goodbye before she comes to church.
Jesus.
Yeah, she hateful.
Oh, she is.
I know.
But it's okay because like
She's saying I have jaundice for no fucking reason. She can't just say like, "Oh, you look good," like you lost weight. It has to be like, "You look good, but you're also malnourished." Oh, okay, I get it.
You look good, but you're ugly as fuck.
Exactly, and that's what it always is.
She did say you look good more than once, and she's like, "Yeah, that's good." I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "He lost a lot of weight." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why don't you follow his lead?" I was like, "'Cause I don't fucking feel like it. He doesn't eat." And she's like, "Oh, that's why he looks yellow."
I was just like,
She's
yeah.
like, "What do you mean he doesn't eat?" It's like, he doesn't eat. He doesn't eat unless it's fat, and he doesn't eat past a certain time, and he doesn't eat past until after some time. And she's like, "Oh wow." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, then maybe he is about to."
maybe he's sick.
When you say it like that, then she's like, "Oh, okay." But the other time she's like, "Well, why don't you do that?" I was like, "I like bread, and you make me eat rice." And she's like, "But I always throw away the rice." I was like, "Bitch, I can only eat so much." Granted, I'd say bitch because she would slap me, but I was like, "Nigga, I can only eat so much rice." And she's like, "Yeah."
I like when we all made fun of Carlo too. When my little brother sold his girlfriend, that shit was goated.
I mean, any
fun.
any woman that's not family that walks into this
Even
house.
family.
Okay, even family that
Sometimes
walks
you
into
get-
this house, they're Juan's girlfriend now.
Yeah.
He has a harem.
He's like the sultan.
Exactly.
Nah, but you know, I think I fucking hit rock bottom. Time to change.
And unfortunately, that's what has to happen.
But
When
then
you
I was
wanna
like,
change.
I'm going to the gym. I was like, no, fucking. I think you have to have a level of fitness before you go to the gym.
Untrue.
No. not at all.
Well, let me finish my story. I tried the gym. I've broken so many machines in the gym because I was too heavy for it. And I kind of don't want to go back
They
to
have,
that.
but the thing is,
They have
like,
insurance for that shit. Don't worry about it.
I broke in treadmills, bikes, and that machine that you go like this.
okay, but like the thing
what
is,
is that, walker?
the thing is, they have free
Elliptical.
weights. Like they have dumbbells. You
Yeah.
can do a whole bunch of
You'll
dumbbell
survive the
exercises.
dumbbells and you'll survive the benches.
Oh yeah, but I have weights here.
Okay, well then exercise
That's
here.
it.
Quit talking shit, quit
But-
procrastinating, and just do it.
Yeah.
But then
bitch.
again, I was like, there's one big thing you want to go to the gym for. It's hot bitches working out.
Yeah, man, but don't think about that. You're there to do.
But that's my motivation to go to the
Nah,
gym.
you're there to do a job, man. You're there to get yourself
Plus,
better.
if you
Don't
stare
worry
too much
about
at
the
them,
girls. Don't worry
they
about
creep
the
out
other
and then they
guys.
tell you to leave.
Why would you stare at them so much?
Because they're pieces of meat and you're there to look.
Just saying, man, be better.
Oh, and I'm trying. It's one baby steps, but
Be better and don't think about the girls. That shit just gets in your way.
but that's
You just
motivation.
focus on making yourself
Think of the
better.
dudes.
You need motivation though.
The
Use the
motivation
dudes as
should
the
be your
dudes.
life. The motivation
The
should be your
motivation is get better, and
Watching
eventually
your
the bitches are
nephews.
gonna fall.
life. Yeah,
Oh,
watching your
I
nephews
know
grow
that,
up, your
but
nieces
fucking
grow
eye
up.
candy. Eye candy.
I'm not
doesn't
saying you can't appreciate it, but don't make
Oh,
it
no,
the
don't
sole
get me
re-
wrong, Carlo.
The reason, like,
I don't want to live life for long. I just want to be able to move.
Okay, well,
Yeah, you're like-
you still need to exercise.
I was like watching my nieces grow up and shit. I already did my part with them. I'm okay. If I would die like in a week or two, I'd be like, all right.
Well, at least the little,
I just don't
the
wanna-
baby, the little tiny one,
Yeah. See,
that
but the
just
thing
born.
is,
Billy,
the half
Really?
breed.
I'm okay with dying. It's,
the mudblood.
The
bubble.
This is the second peasant I heard is like half breed because we're.
but and look, if I would die next week, I'm cool with it, right? It's the way. It's the way he's fucking dying. I don't want to be the dude in the fucking hospital bed that can't do anything. And I don't want to be the dude that you need someone to come and wipe your ass and bathe you. I don't want to be that dude.
Then that's your motivation.
If I would get a fucking like a heart attack and boom, I'm out. I don't even want to be that dude that gets a what is it called, aneurysms or whatever, where you're
Yeah.
left and you could just
Stroke?
Yeah, I don't want that
That is
either.
an aneurysm.
Yeah, you'll die from
Yeah,
it.
okay, I don't
If
wanna
that
sh-
pops, you're dead.
I don't want a fucking
You're
stroke
gonna
where
get
your
it.
brain is, your mind's still working but your body isn't.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. I would find a way to kill myself.
Then that's your motivation. Like, what?
But
that's
living a
your
long
true
life,
motivation.
I don't know. I don't think
If you die in the hospital, that'd be better for us.
Let's clean up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They specialized.
But yeah, at least I want to be able to fucking move again. Like, I didn't realize how much my movement had stopped
Yeah.
until I went to the concert this week, and I was like, fuck. But yeah, move.
And the thing is, like, dude, if
Like, I don't care how I look. I don't give a fuck
yeah,
about
okay,
physical attraction.
It's about
or
feeling better.
Yeah, I just want to be able to fucking move without sweating buckets.
yeah,
Or fucking shaking.
Yeah.
Or feeling like your hair fucking hurts. My hair was on fire. I was like, what the fuck?
I sweat buckets whenever I move.
I don't want
I mean,
that.
you sweat buckets just
true.
like laying down.
You're sweating sitting down right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be able to enjoy a concert on my feet the whole concert without having to fucking take a break or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was that bad. I didn't know I was like, if you stand more than like 10, 15 minutes, your body's like, your knees are going to give out if you don't find something to lean on. I don't want that. Living long life, sure, it's fine.
TBH, every time you're awake at the house, you say you do this, but you're mostly sitting down.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was standing approximately 15 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, with both jobs, approximately 15 fucking hours.
Yeah.
The only time I was really sitting down is when I took a lunch break for like 30 minutes, and like only 10 of those minutes I was sitting down, and then the 15-minute drive, no, the 20-minute drive to work, and then yeah, that was I fucking pretty much the entire day yesterday was
Yeah.
fucking standing.
Yeah. But you're so little, though.
Well, yeah, I'm fucking little.
But
You
the,
literally could lean against the floor and be like, he's still standing.
but what Carlo was saying.
See,
that,
where's the positivity there?
and so he said, well, that's the thing. That's a lifetime of fucking just being negative. And like having to like dig yourself out of that hole is
Well,
it's gonna be hard.
That's my way of joking around with Carl to show him that I care. Carl, I care.
Yeah, so your way of joking around with people is by basically
Hurting their feelings.
and like
Yeah.
that everyone would respond to that.
What?
And not only that, that also kind of creates that whole thing is that type of dialogue creates negativity within itself.
Oh, true.
You may mean it affectionately or whatever it is, but you're jabbing at something.
That used to be the fucking high school games, the mama jokes, the
Yeah,
put downs.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
But
But
that
but
was
we're not in high
right
school
past
anymore.
it.
We're all adults.
But
You know what I mean?
it carries though. That generation.
Some of that carries,
Just because
some of that fun
you're
carries,
just
but you
because
don't-
you're out of school doesn't mean your generation stuff stops. You
gotta-
carry that
you gotta
with you.
be-
But just because you did it in high school doesn't mean you should continue to do it.
You gotta
It
be
doesn't
able
make
to
it
joke
always
about
okay.
other
But
stuff.
if the people around you are comfortable with it, why would you change?
Of
I don't think
course,
they're comfortable.
but the whole thing
That's the
is,
thing. Yeah, I don't think they're comfortable anymore. That's
the whole thing
that's
is
yeah, they're just
the whole thing is that you're trying to instill change in yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of in change yourself does not just mean physically, but also mentally.
Oh, I think mentally has to come first.
And you undercutting others perhaps is part of the reason why you continue to undercut yourself.
Oh.
And maybe you should put things into
Dude, I'm telling you, Carlos gonna be my guru, dude. He's gonna be. What is that?
Did he pee on me?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh no, he didn't. He just slipped himself.
Alright,
but
yeah, that's the whole thing that.
But
was
he means a puppy in the inside of the house.
We're talking
Yeah.
about that.
We're not talking about
We're talking about
here.
Robin or anything.
Yeah, he's like, he's not
I-
gonna give anything that fugly any good attention.
Dude, that's another thing. Having this dog inside the fucking house is driving me insane. I am not a pet person. I'm not an indoor pet person
Hey,
either.
get off the fucking couch.
Everything that dog does makes me angry, and I was like, doggy, I'm gonna kill you one day. Just stay away from me. He does. He's scared of me now.
you're just angry. You're just an angry person.
Yeah, he's a horrible
just-
person.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. He just.
He
Ugly
just-
motherfucker.
See, like that. Most people, like that's their response to a dog.
You see that the stuff he's doing to him? I would fucking smack him. I do not like that. I would like stop licking me, stop. But then again, I
And
wouldn't
that's
be
why I
carrying
get
him.
laid because I don't tell them to stop licking me.
But then again, I wouldn't be
Wait,
carrying
did
the
you
dog.
just fuck dogs?
when I have to.
when times is lean.
Dude.
When times are lean.
I felt
When
bad
it
for
scares.
Roman yesterday. He helped me out with the dogs, right? And we had to hold the guts in, and that nigga just fucking slobbered on everybody, dude.
Oh, that
The-
nigga
the-
has
the-
that thick
slobber.
slobber.
you know what? But
he is, but I was just like, dude, calm down.
slobber doesn't bother me though.
It's that thick
it's-
slobber.
it's-
even so, like.
But he's a decent.
Slobber is slobber. Like it's just fucking spit. Whatever. I can wash it off.
But you look at the dog, right? And he's like, God, you look so dumb.
Oh, for sure, he has that dumb cute face. For
Yeah,
sure.
I was like,
He's so adorable.
Like, yeah, for sure, he's fucking adorable. Like, God damn it, you're so dumb.
even when I get mad at that stupid dog, I was like, God damn it, I know you can't help me.
Exactly.
You're just
The thing that was like,
With your Michael Clark Duncan looking ass. Green ball bones.
the thing that
Oh,
upset
boss.
me was just like the fleas. I was just like, fuck.
Oh
Like,
yeah. please
I
fuck
fucking
me.
hate fleas. Like, if
Dude, and that's after treatment after treatment after
Yeah.
fucking treatment. We treated the dirt, we treated them, we treated the fucking
I actually
the
got
trees. We
Well,
bought them the collars
remember
and then the
food
fucking
well,
medicine.
who is it? Hershey. It just chills underneath the house. Like the underneath the
Oh, I
house.
bombed the
is-
shit out of that house
It's
too.
infect. Like there's, you literally have to keep treating that thing once a month for like an entire year to come off.
hasn't been, oh yeah, maybe a whole year, but it hasn't even been a month since we throw poison in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just fucking
Because
crazy.
you just
No, we
have-
did it mid-July.
Because
Yeah, we
fleas
did it
are the
mid-July, right
fucking
before your
hardest
birthday.
thing to get rid
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
So
And it's fucking annoying. I tell you, it's annoying because we tried every single solution.
They got on him. Yesterday I tried to feed up the fucking medicine. He wouldn't eat it. So I got really pissed at him.
And I
And I was shoving it down his mouth and he just kept on spinning it. I was like,
just
okay.
pets are just like fucking just a headache
So I
you
got
don't
the
need
spray and I fucking
because I
hit
don't
him
see
with
the
the
joy
spray.
in them. But I guess I've seen
You know
people
what the fuck-
build like houses and treat them like babies, and I was like, eh. And then there's the whole argument is like, if you hit a dog, is that really abuse? I mean, at the end of the day, they're just fucking dogs. But
I mean, abuse is just physically harming
Abuse is
some
abuse.
people.
It doesn't really matter what.
what does it
you do
matter
to
to
it.
a fucking dog?
Yes, it does.
Do you think some? You
Oh,
think
you
a
don't wanna-
person
you don't
should
know-
go?
You don't want to get us
No,
started.
you-
on
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
You're
You think a
attacking
person
something-
should
you're
go to
attacking
jail?
something. You have a much stronger mental capacity to fucking hit an animal. You should
But
be a
it's
better
a
person. You should be a
fucking
better thing.
animal. No, no.
But you're a fucking animal too for hurting something else that's not gonna be able to really defend you.
All right, do
Let
you
alone
think?
you chose to bring the animal to your house.
No, do you think
Sorta.
a person should lose their job, go
Yes.
to jail, and pay a fine
Fuck yes.
for smacking a? No,
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not saying hurting a dog where he's scarred or bruised. I'm not saying killing a dog. I mean, there is a part where you go, okay, that's a little bit too far.
Look, you hit a
But-
child.
but
You hit a
literally-
child. You hit an animal. It's now. I'm not gonna say that children and animals are the same thing.
They are.
But you are basically, you are to these creatures. You are the hand that feeds.
But I'm
You
pretty-
are the pack leader.
You see,
They
you
look to you.
because you choose.
support.
I'm pretty sure you let your dog outside, he's gonna find something to eat. Because it's an animal
They'll
instinct.
find something to eat.
Right?
But the point is, these dogs, this creature is not bred to really survive long term by itself.
I'm pretty sure you could survive in the city easily.
If they find scraps and shit to survive off, but
But-
they don't have the.
But, okay,
fucking instinct.
here's my question because it's been in the news lately.
I like hitting kids
Alright.
and animals. So
No,
yeah.
you
know
you
you
smack a fucking dog. Say he's chewing on your controller, or he's chewing on your wires, right?
Yell at him.
And you yell at him and you fucking smack him and you give him a good smack. Not enough to fucking make him bleed, not enough to cut,
But
not
enough
enough
to
to
get that-
bruise, but not enough to make a fucking
See,
noise,
look, he
right?
knows what's up.
you lay the smack to understand that what he's doing is wrong, right? But for some fucking reason, it gets caught on camera, or an animal activist, or someone that really loves dogs sees it, and they're like, "That's abuse," and they call authorities on you, and they come and take away your dog. B, they fucking make you pay a fine for what? For smacking an animal that could take it? They're fucking animals at the end of the day. They're gonna end up taking a lot more than that.
Oh, you get
You smack a dog that way where it doesn't fucking hurt, where it just makes a noise, and you're paying a fine. I'm talking not just like a $200 fine. Bitch had to pay $1,000 for smacking a dog that was chewing on her fucking camera. And for what? At the end of the day, they're fucking animals. They're gonna take that, and they're gonna take that a lot more. That smack to him ain't nothing. Sure, from the noise, he probably fucking forgot it. And all you're doing is trying to discipline it. Where do you draw a line? They're fucking animals.
The point is the discipline. It's the way you're disciplining a creature. The same way that you discipline a child. The thing is, why the hell you, as an adult, let's say you hypothetically have a child.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Now, I'll say this out hypothetically. You as an adult, you are this powerful thing. And I'm not talking about your size. I'm talking about you're strong.
Yeah.
You are
I
strong
get the-
in comparison to this child. When you smack a child, why the hell would you think that that's okay? Hitting that child to discipline them when they don't understand the complexities of what it means to be a person. What it means
So
to be
they
an adult.
associate
learning
that
these
they're
things.
doing something wrong
There's
with
other
pain.
ways to discipline
Oh,
someone.
this
to
is
tell
coming
them
from
no.
us.
So for example, you're at work. For example, you're at work. You're at your job. If someone came up and smacked me because I did something wrong, I'm probably going to turn around and smack them back. Or I'm probably going to pop them really fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
So they're obviously not going to come up to me and say, no, that's wrong. Don't fucking hit me if I'm doing my job
but
wrong.
now-
But tell me, hey,
there's a
your job
difference,
is
though.
incorrect.
The
No,
difference
there
is
no
you have an
difference.
adult mind.
It's discipline. It's discipline.
No, the difference is the mind capacity.
But
I
what?
got
So
hit by
if you,
doing
so
something
me,
wrong.
so if me as an
At
adult,
work.
it's not okay for you to hit me as an adult, but it's okay for you to hit a child who doesn't know any
you're,
better.
you're talking to someone that got raised.
I got
with-
raised that shit too, dude. I
Yeah,
got fucking hit
and
around.
I-
And I'm telling you, it doesn't make it okay.
I'm
It
saying, I
doesn't
don't
fucking
know.
make it okay.
Sometimes
No,
it's okay.
no. So
You're
that's the
saying
fucking mentality.
you're
That
saying
that
that
bullshit. That sometimes it's okay to hit a fucking child. It's
you're
not
saying
okay.
your spanking's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Dude, there is some fucking times that you
No,
have
there's some times you definitely want to.
No.
I get
No.
that.
Let me get
But
this point
doesn't
across.
make it okay.
There is some times when you have to spank a
Heart
kid
rate's going up.
so you could know to associate what you're doing wrong with pain. That's where what spanking comes around.
But you don't need to do that.
Oh,
to associate that
there
it's
is
wrong.
some fucking kids.
You don't need
You
to
have to,
associate that.
you just have to
Because
scare the
you
fuck
let
out of
that-
them.
You let that happen. You let that continue to build up. If you don't start from early on to discipline, to show them what's right, what's wrong, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, yes, when they get to an age, they're gonna rebel and you're not gonna be able to control what they're doing. So then your last resort is to hit them, to overpower them. But if you start early enough with that development, then you don't need to go through that route.
See, but
You don't need to
Alright.
do that. We didn't hit.
Yeah.
We didn't hit my niece and my nephew. And I'm not saying they're the best children. We didn't hit them. But those kids came out straight. They came out straight and they came out
Not
disciplined and
gay.
they understand what's right and what's wrong. And we didn't hit them.
you see,
Now they fell down a few times, but we didn't hit them.
I tripped them up.
I don't know, man.
I ain't
Look,
hit him if I hit him in the leg.
Look,
Sweep the
you
leg.
don't spank babies, but there is an age. There is a fucking age where it's okay to spank. And I'm saying between ages like 6 to fucking I don't know before they could lay a
Before
fucking
they can
punch on
defend
you.
themselves.
Yeah, but
okay.
when you fucking
Yeah, that
defend
makes
yourself, when they're allowed to defend yourself, right? When they're
They should always be allowed to defend
Okay,
themselves.
when they start striking back at you, you fucking better fucking believe you install so much fear in them, they won't dare to lay a hand on you.
But
Because they know, because that shows them
contradicts
that shows them some
everything.
fucking respect to
That-
people.
you don't have to show someone fear to,
Oh,
to
you
have them give you
see,
respect.
I was raised with that.
You may have been raised like that, but it does
But
not
that
mean
doesn't,
it's
that doesn't
always
work for
okay.
y'all, because,
It
well,
doesn't
no,
mean
you
it's
never
always
raised your
okay.
raised to mom, but you fight
It
it a
doesn't
lot.
mean I'm now. Your mom and your dad are great people. They really are.
Sometimes.
However, that doesn't mean that fear is going to be a good way.
All right,
to
all right. Let's say okay.
It doesn't
okay,
work anymore either.
Say, yeah, you're saying my parents are great, right? And your opinion is, all right, so it's good, right? Because
Yeah, I fucking love all of you.
All right, we were
Assholes.
raised that way, and I have that mentality. If I have kids, you fucking best believe they do something wrong, they're gonna get spanked. And I have that mentality where my dogs fucking do something stupid, they're gonna get smacked. And if someone that doesn't have the mentality or the
Yeah,
opinions
you
in
don't
me,
want to do that.
and they come at me and telling me there is no fucking way anybody's gonna tell me how to raise my kids, and there's no fucking way someone be like, you're raising your fucking dog right, especially when you're talking about a fucking animal. Hell no, your opinions don't fucking matter to me. And now you're telling
you saw it. You started.
now you're telling me that you have the power to fucking call someone to take away my pet and make me pay a fine for something the dog's not even bruised or hurt over just because you thought it was wrong? What gives you that fucking power?
TBH,
Fucking-
they don't just take it away. They look at the animal and they
But
make
it's
sure that you have
also,
records.
again, you're still not addressing the fact that you're using physical abuse.
I
of some form
am a big
to
believer
discipline it.
that fear works.
Fear does not
I
always
am a
work.
big
No,
believer that
fear does not
fear
work.
and
this is
association
why.
bad mistakes
Fear
with
doesn't
pain
always work.
work.
And association with pain does not always work. And this is why. With enough eventual time, someone will begin to rebel against the thing that is causing them harm to fucking take them down because they're not going to continue to live in that. Anytime that there has been oppression in any form in society, those oppressed, those in fear, eventually fight back. And
Yeah,
they fight
but
back against their
if you-
oppressors.
if
And
you
they
get-
fight back against those who are abusing them.
No,
Don't tell me that it's okay.
Yeah,
because
but
it
then
doesn't
you,
work,
you end
dude.
up raising these fucking kids
doesn't work.
that think that there's no consequences to the bad shit they do.
There is consequences. There is
Yeah, but
consequences.
getting fucking timeouts, that does nothing. Getting your fucking phone taken away at the end of the grand scheme of shit, that does nothing. You have to show them that life has a way of fucking you over, and that's with pain.
My friend,
And
life
fear.
itself will teach them that
You
the moment
think-
they walk out those
No,
doors
g-
and they are exposed to other people. Life itself will teach them that. You don't need to remind them when they're inside
Yeah,
their
but it's
home
your job
that they're
to fucking
smacked.
make sure that when they go out in
No,
the world, they know.
It's your responsibility to let them know.
They know.
Hey, shit's rough.
Because I
and
see
things
the
aren't
other,
always
I
fair,
see
but
the
things
other
will be
side
okay.
where people are like, why didn't you fucking tell me it's gonna hurt that much, or why didn't you tell me this happened? Because they wanted to be the fucking nice parents, because they wanted to be known as the parents that don't spank, don't yell at their fucking kids. No, that's not the way I want. Then you have these fucking kids that are pieces of shit living.
There's a lot of pieces of shit who've been smacked around too. A shit ton of them.
Oh, but that's
I know a bunch of pieces
okay.
of
Yeah,
shit who
you're
wanna
right.
put it up and got smacked
There is
around
a
a lot.
fucking fine line of overdoing it. There's a fine
Why-
line
why
of beating
even
the
credit?
shit
Why
out of
even
your
credit?
There's a fine line of beating the crap out of your kid, and there's a fine line of discipline and fucking showing them fear. If you come your drunk home and you're beating the shit out of your kid, you're a piece of shit. But if your kid does something severe and talking to them is not good enough, you fucking best believe spanking's the way to go, because they know, okay, this is something that I shouldn't have done. I went over the fucking limit. And there is a fine line. I'm not saying that, oh man, you should go around fucking smacking babies and anytime you see your kid, you smack them around. But you have to fucking be able to fucking slap a kid or spank a kid when they fucking cross that line to show them, hey, you fucked up. Because sometimes talking doesn't help. Because sometimes putting them in timeout, taking away their phone, or fucking grounding doesn't help. They have to know that they crossed that fucking line. And same thing with fucking pets. The dog has to know that, hey, you're fucking chewing on something you're not supposed to. So you fucking smack them. So next time they want to go around and they're going to chew on that shit, they're like, no, I best not, because if Master sees, Master's going to spank me or hit me, it's going to cause me pain.
Yeah, you take it away from them.
Not necessarily, because
Or you connect like a line or
Also,
cord,
from
connect
there-
it to them and let them get shocked, and then boom.
Okay, why your shot collar's okay?
The shot collar isn't okay. I don't even agree with that.
I
don't even
know
agree
your
with that.
stance on that, but
Now,
was
I
like,
agree with electric fencing because that's a way to help them to understand that is dangerous, not to go past that point, and it's going to prevent them. And I agree with electric fencing in regards to that, because the general idea is that if they get there, like, I better just get back here.
why is not okay with the, okay, I better not
Because
do that.
it's directed right at them. It's directed right at them.
But why isn't that...
It's
The
stop
dog-
them from
the
doing
No,
dog-
something.
the problem is that
but why
dogs
isn't that
can-
mentality okay with everything else on a bigger point? Why isn't it okay to be like, oh, you know what, I better not chew on that. Oh, you know what, I better not fucking shit
Well,
here.
because they don't think the way that you and
I think
do.
they do.
They don't think the way you
If
and I do.
if you can
And
show a
any
dog...
type of
if
book
you
that's been
can
written
show a
about
dog...
discipline to give towards a dog.
here's the thing, Tony. The thing you're not understanding is, like, it's not gonna learn from one time. So what you're saying is
Smack him
that
each time he does it.
exactly, and
I'm okay
all
with that.
But they're not
all-
gonna learn.
You don't think they will?
You assume that they're gonna learn.
You don't think dogs
You
will?
assume that they're gonna learn after the fact that they've peed on the floor for you to smack them. They don't know what the smack is about.
But that's
They
one
just
of the,
know that you're upset.
No, but
they
that's
don't
one of
know.
the training methods you see, and it's one of the training. You rub
No,
their
it's not.
nose in the fucking fist, and you smack them. That's what I've seen. Because I've been trying to train this dog.
Those fucking
I
things
don't
are
know about
big.
smacking. I thought it was just like.
Hey, you fucking, but enough force
Yeah,
me
no,
like
you,
this is
yeah.
bad.
you don't.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
I
I heard
don't
you,
know
it's-
fucking
you who
smacking
told me
the
you
head.
don't think the
rub-
rubbing the nose, right?
It's not gonna do anything.
All you
All
is
you're gonna
like-
do is just, one, you're gonna make them aggressive, or two, they're just like, it's pee.
But there's teaching methods out there that's for that.
Old school.
I don't-
Old school mentality.
Old school
Probably.
mentality. I keep hearing all that shit, old school mentality, and how millennials are this and that fucked up. I keep hearing a bunch of old school shit and this and that. You know what? There's some things that may have been considered old fashioned that, yes, are good to teach, and maybe some of that stuff should be brought back when it comes to certain
Manners.
things that we hold up in certain manners. But our parents, if they're at a certain age, which I'm gonna assume they're like 50s to 60s, maybe 70s,
Yeah.
their parents thought that their shit was stupid and that their way of life was better. I don't see how anything.
It's a generation thing.
I don't see how it's better for me to live without electricity, for me to live without sanitary conditions such as soap and a toilet and a toothbrush and toothpaste.
Hey, like
and
if your
I think
grandma,
all of that
if your
shit,
grandma,
all of that
if
shit
your
to me
grandma
is
has
fucking
lived
great.
to
I love how
100,
I'm living.
I'm cool with it.
Great grandma's like, we never fucking wiped our asses. Only 3 of us died.
But I mean,
but yeah, that in itself is kind of like your like overall kind of problem is that you're very much stuck in a time period in which is gone.
Yeah, but mostly
Like,
because
and the
stuff
thing-
like
and the
that
thing
usually
is-
works.
And the thing is, but that's the
Doesn't,
thing,
dude.
like there's
No, it doesn't. You think it did, but it did.
Because
it
I'm seeing
doesn't.
the future generations, and I don't like where it went.
No,
all
you're
this soft
seeing
shit.
you're seeing some parts of a future generation. You're not seeing.
You're
the
just
full,
seeing what the news
You're
gives
not
you.
seeing the full
Exactly, like,
spectrum. You're not seeing what these children are
This
going
comes
through.
back to this fucking internet thing that I told you about. Like the internet only shows you a certain population, and usually it's about bad shit. It's
Yeah, but
not
we-
that, because people
Right,
in
right,
general
right. I
are
understand,
focused
but
on negative.
When I go to Walmart, when I go to fucking HEB, when I go to the stores, and you see these fucking kids acting
But
up,
okay, I
and
understand
you're
that,
like,
but
my fucking mom would have just had me under control, but parents are fucking afraid to be parents.
That is
now.
a damn lie, and that is a damn
Yeah.
lie because you and I are the same age. We're a few months apart.
Mhm.
You and I are the same age, which means that our parents would in theory raise us the same way, roundabout, in regards to how they disciplined us or what the expectation was for us to behave.
Mhm.
I went to a shit ton of places as a child, and I saw a shit ton of children acting like little assholes all over the place with parents who were on the same age as the people who were taking care of me.
I, on the other hand,
I had cousins who are the same age as me, and they got away with murder. And I couldn't even, and this is the fucking truth, I couldn't even ask for a burger after the fact that they had already nagged for a burger and they had one in their hands. I couldn't ask for one.
See-
So, all of that, don't tell me that way was better,
yeah, but
because I was
I
raised and
saw
it was
the other
shitty and I
fucking
was
end.
miserable.
I saw the other end of the spectrum. One, they took us fucking Florida, and they took us to fucking Mexico, and you see these parents be like, "Hey, pa acá," and the fucking kids stay quiet.
So that means that if it was there then,
right, my
the
cousins,
same
my
spectrums
older-
that you and I both saw are here now.
My
with
older
these same
cousins
children.
were the same way. My uncles be like, "Hey," and they fucking feared my grandpa and their dads.
Which means that if it was there then, what you saw, that discipline was there then,
Mhm.
and the uncontrollable children that I saw there then as well are also here now, because you see uncontrollable children and I see disciplined children. And I see uncontrollable children too, because I work in a comic book store. I see children walk in. I've worked in retail for a really long time. I've seen a plethora of uncontrollable children and bratty little girls who come in and bratty little boys who talk to their moms very disrespectful.
Mhm.
I've seen all that crap.
And
but
don't
I've
you
also
wish?
seen really
Don't you
good
wish
kids.
your fucking parents be like, "Hey"?
but
I
control
wish
them.
someone would
But-
talk to their asses, but I'm not.
But the
one.
thing
Right.
is, why?
But
and
see, I seen
again,
it where it works, though. That's why I don't change my mind to it. I've seen a lot
But
of it work.
you are just interested in the status in maintaining a status quo. You're not interested in
No,
bettering.
not the sex quo. It's like if I
No,
had
because-
kids and shit,
because-
I would raise them that way.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. You'd be interested in that status quo. You have one way of looking at things, and you're interested in keeping that one way
Well, I've
alive
seen
as
the other
possible.
way.
But
I've
here's
seen the whole time out.
But the thing
I've seen
is,
the whole
you don't
thing.
you're not even open to the possibility of even trying to better it. Like
But
take
I haven't seen that it worked.
exactly. But here's the thing: you can try to do it. Now I ain't gonna say it's gonna fucking work. Nothing is ever gonna work. Even the way that you're saying that you think is gonna work might not work with those fucking kids. Okay, that it's just everybody is fucking different.
Oh no! But again,
And the thing is, you're just
this
you're-
was just my opinion. I'm not saying fucking Carlos' opinion is wrong. I'm just
no,
saying
no. But the thing is,
it's gotten to a point where
I'm a firm believer of
from
going.
the outside has too much to say of what the shit you're doing.
but and that's the thing is like keep it in. I guess the
But hey, thank you for the beautiful discussion.
the
I think that's a discussion. His heartbeat shit did go off.
you
You made Carlo angry.
It's not a conversation.
That's why you won't even look at your fat ass
really,
face.
you had an argument because you weren't open to his ideas. All you did was combat his ideas. That's not a
Were
conversation.
you open
That's
to
an
my
argument.
ideas?
No.
I'm open to what you have to say, but
I-
I disagree with what you're saying.
I heard what
In
you're
regard-
saying. I disagree
I
with what you
disagree
said.
with what you're saying in regards to like that children. It's okay to hit them, and it's okay to just say dogs are just dogs. They're just animals. When for me, and again, I get where you're coming from. You're saying that to you, an animal is just an animal. There's there's its place for it, and children have to be disciplined a certain way. But I don't feel that way. I feel that they are brought into our lives. We bring them into our lives. We bred them to be around us. We've invested a lot, and we've taken away from them a lot, so that we can have. Man, these fucking things are tight. So that we can better.
Those hams are just getting real thick, boy.
He's just smoking out right now, man. He's like, fuck. He's all pumped.
Losing my train of thought, man.
No,
So
but
that
look,
we- so that
I
we
understand.
so that we can have these creatures and then turn that around and then hurt them and abuse them. And the thing is, the reason why it's an issue with me is
People's
because
really twisted.
hitting something is not necessarily the best route to go to teach it,
Oh,
because you grow up.
I understand that. I know.
Eventually, what's
I know.
happening
I
is
understand your
that's
opinion
my
and your
thing.
beliefs, right?
You know what I mean? But I know, because I've seen it. Kids get hit, they learn their lessons. They don't do that shit again. I've got hit. I did. I got my ass smacked.
I got scars.
And I learned lessons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I also have fallen off of things, and I've learned lessons like that too. And like that's maybe not a good
See,
idea to hold on to.
Well, what I was
I
trying
learned
to
not to
I don't know if I
do
did
a
it. I don't know if I did it
backflip and
correctly.
a moon bounce.
But what I wanted to put across was, I understand the way you want to live, right? You live the way you live. If I go to your household, I am not gonna treat your dog bad. I am not gonna fucking even come close to fucking. If you ever have kids, be like, you know, they're your kids. You raise them your way. You have your pet. You raise them my way. But I want you to have the same decency. If you come to my house and you see me smack my kid, you know it was for a fucking reason. If you see me smack my dog, know it was for a fucking reason. Don't fucking go and make a hoorah about it. Don't go calling the fucking authorities going, hey, this motherfucker's mistreating a kid.
If
or
I
this
have a
motherfucker's
problem, I'm not gonna call someone. I'm gonna tell you the right.
Right? I don't want you to
Don't worry
go
about that.
and make me fucking go through all this fucking paperwork and fines.
Main
and
thing
have
is he didn't want to pay the ticket.
and explain. No, I just don't want to fucking have to explain to so many people why I'm doing the way I'm doing. I'm raising my kids and I'm taking care of my pets the way I think it's best for me. You could have your children, you could have your pets, you raise them your way. I will not get in your way. You want to treat your kids and your dog like it's a child? Go for it, boo boo. Your life. I'm gonna try not to fucking put my opinion out there. But if you come to my household or you come to my event and you fucking happen to come across or see
I see.
that my kid is getting spanked, ganked, pinched because he's doing something wrong and you don't know the fucking full story, right? You just see me go, or you see me pinch him, or you see me pull him from the fucking ear or the hair, trying to get their attention, telling them it's wrong, and you're like, hey, everybody, he is abusing this fucking kid. Or you call authorities, or you fucking make a hoorah over it before you even come and talk to me about it, I'm gonna say fuck you in your face. And I'm gonna make a big deal about it. If you see me fucking mistreat my dog, or you see me smack my dog because I think he's doing something wrong and it's the way I want to correct it, and you go, hey, that's not the way you fucking do it. I go, who are you to tell me how to fucking do shit with my pets? As long as I don't tell you how to fucking take care of your dog,
you just want-
Let him finish it let him finish it because you're not gonna win this one.
No.
Because again, it's still a combative point.
I'm just
You're being
saying,
combative.
that's the way. If I don't tell you how to raise your kids and I don't tell you how to fucking treat your dogs, please don't tell me how to raise my
Okay,
kids and how to
you're
treat my
absolutely
dogs.
right. You're absolutely right. I would not tell you how to raise your kids or how to treat your dogs. But I will tell you this: with time,
Don't you
your way of thinking causes more harm than good. With time, it will shatter. Whether it's yours or the ones after yours or the ones after theirs, it will eventually cause.
But
Hey.
if it's not in my lifetime,
Then who gives a
I
shit,
see a
right?
victory,
But that's
right?
the fucking problem.
If my
That's the
fucking
problem,
kids
dude.
grow up
It's-
to be-
we're all connected. Why the hell would
oh
you not
no,
care about
that's
the
what I'm
next
saying.
one and
If
the one
my
after?
kids turn out to be fucking great people, just like my mom raised us to be good people. I know we shit talk, right? But
We're not that
I
bad.
consider us good people,
Yes.
right? We fucking help people. Yes, we talk shit, we make jokes, but at the end of it, the core of it, we're good people. Right, and we pass those to the future generation, and they end up being good people, and they pass that to the future generation, and the people, and sure, they end up getting smacked here and there, or get spanked here and there. I think I did a fucking great job. If I die and I'll be like, I go to heaven, I'll be like, hey man, I raised my kids to be good people, and they raised their good people. But that, sure, fucking if the fucking future generation ends up to being a shit fucking head. Well, that's out of my control.
TBH, I want to raise a tyrant.
Okay, and again, but see what happens with, because you're in the middle of it. I'm on the outside. All you're doing is saying your point, right? And all you're doing is shouting it at him. And guess what Carlo did? He just kind of he just said, okay, fine, say your point, because when you do that, when you do try to intimidate, some people just shut down. They're just like, I'm not gonna have it either, because yeah, that's what happens.
When you say,
Like,
don't fucking tell me what to do.
I thought he put his point across, and he's like, I'm sorry.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that you're not seeing. And you know what? That's probably something that you learned from your parents.
It's because you're a ghetto.
And maybe that's not a good thing. You know what I
you're
mean?
a ghetto black girl.
Maybe that's not necessarily the best thing. Not saying a good thing. It's not the best thing.
See, to me, this was a conversation. I was just trying to put my point of view.
But you were getting your point across, but you were doing it in such a way where it was not letting anyone
abrasive.
else. Yeah, and the thing is, like, even Clarissa in the comments has said that, like, you're not about conversations.
Oh, man.
You're about wanting to be right, essentially.
You're a bad black bitch who goes
Like,
to church.
and that's the thing, is like you have an opinion, right? But that opinion's right, and you don't you want nothing to do with anything that's not your opinion, and that's just not a good way of going about life. Because the way I see life is, there's gonna be good opinion. There's gonna be good things that you can take away from everything. Why not cherry pick those best things? Cherry pick those best things and improve yourself. Why maintain the status quo? Why maintain? Because you think it works, right? It has worked,
If
right?
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. But the thing is, sometimes it is broke and you don't see it. Maybe instilling fear in you, it may have caused some of your some mental issues.
Isn't that
and that's
hard
what
to
usually
do?
happens.
If I don't see it's broken,
I'm sorry.
if I don't see it's broken, how am I gonna fix it? How am I supposed to see it's broken?
But the thing is, we tell you that it's broken, and you're like, "Fuck you! It's not broken. It's awesome." And that's the whole thing. Like, you have to be receptive to new ideas, because and the thing with broken people and them being shitty and things like that is because that's been passed down from generation to generation, and because people tend to keep up the status quo instead of actually trying to improve it. Because when you're they're like mental health issues. Like, there's some that are hereditary and there's some that are learned behaviors, kind of thing. A majority of the time, it's because there's a shit way of they were raised, and that only aggravates those types of things.
Like I said, yeah, you're right. Probably.
So-
There is a fine line though.
So
He almost doesn't want to accept it.
No, I get it. I get what he's saying. I get it.
But he doesn't like hearing it from your fucking face.
But the thing is, like, you hear it, but you won't implement it. And that's the thing. Like, you have to be willing to try to implement new things. That's what I think life is about. Like, I think life is about improving yourself. And I've learned this in the last few months, like, with the whole, eating better. And that led me to working out more. And now this is, like, getting me into, like, oh, I want to try different forms of exercise now. That's why I'm starting to try yoga. That's why... Not hot yoga, fuck that. I can't do that yet. I can barely do, like, beginner... I can barely hold a plank for, like, 30 seconds.
Not hot enough.
But that's the thing, is, like, it's always an improvement. There's always something to be improved upon. why lock yourself in? Because I've done it for a long time. Why lock yourself in a certain way of thinking that you know doesn't work for you?
But it does work for me, though. That's what that's what I was trying to say. It works for me and my family.
But you have to experiment. Like life is nothing but an experiment.
Okay.
That's the way I see it.
Oh,
I
it works
get it.
just because of the boys.
I get it. I get it. I understand it. I understand what you guys are saying. But it sounds to me, and it's gonna be like, oh man, he doesn't want to hear anything. But it sounds to me that the way I think and the way I do things, it doesn't work. And I'm trying to tell you, but in my family, it does work. And you're trying to say, oh man, try different things. It's gonna give you the same result.
Could work better.
No,
Right?
no, I did not say that.
Oh, but that's what
I
it sounds
said
to
try
me.
different things and see if it works. Not that try different things and it's gonna work.
That's the thing, though. But I'm telling you, my way works. Why would you want me to try something different and see if it works when I'm telling you that our system and the way we're raised already works? You're trying to. That's what I'm trying to put across. You're telling me, yes, there's other ways to raise kids, and there's other ways. You're trying to. It sounds like you're saying, oh, the way you're doing it's wrong because it doesn't work.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, oh, but it does work.
And you know what? I'm sorry if I come off that way.
Yeah. But it was a great talking points. You know what? I did want to get to the comments though, because I think Clarissa makes fun of you, and now.
Oh, for sure.
But I want to know if this is me, just more of me being an asshole, or she actually makes fun of you.
Well, let's
And
make
Andrew,
sure
Sure, you
you
hit us up on all our social medias, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud. What else do we have? All that other chingaderas, and if not, you can do it the old school way. What's the old school way?
If you want to send us an email, go ahead and send it to citypod88@gmail.com. Eric?
citypie88@gmail.com. Hit your kids, hit your dogs. Try it out.
Try it out, you big dumb bitch.
I'm alright with hitting everything.
Alright.
So what do we have in our comments?
Well, first of all, it's time for the Clarissa Clam Jam Power
Oh,
Hour.
come on in, clan, and welcome to the clan. I said jam, and welcome to her clan. Jam. Probably.
He says, man, the 3-year anniversary, or she says, I'm sorry, Clarissa. Man, the 3-year anniversary episode was very anticlimactic. Kind of like something else I know, but I'm not mean enough to say anything. That's definitely a shout out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, she means your penis.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Sometimes it didn't work. I don't know what to say.
Oh man, she wouldn't yell at it enough.
Yeah. It's
See,
true.
That's what happens when you hit your kids. You get all your boners when they're
It's true. I'm kind of fucked up. But yeah, so yeah, Tony was right, and we'll get to that. But her next comment, it must be a Mexican thing. My husband's super paranoid when it comes to his personal information and ordering things online. He'd rather make it a day trip or go to locations to pay his bills versus just paying them online real quick. Yeah, that's just kind of a I guess so.
To be
I
fair,
don't know, because like I'm from the fucking hood and I'd rather just pay shit online.
at one point in time you were too lazy to just. Well, it's just convenient, cause you don't like standing in lines.
I hate people.
Exactly. So the thing is, I'm 50-50. I'd rather pay online, but I have to go somewhere then because I took too long or it's like deadline and you gotta make it. I'll go. I don't care. I'm alright with giving everybody my information or whatever, because these are trusted websites. If you can't trust those, then you got no trust with anything.
Yeah, like don't be fucking going to like shitty websites just for nothing.
Yeah, don't go to porn sites.
Yeah, don't ever put in your information on a porn site, man.
I
Come
do.
on.
From time to time. At least my credit card information.
I
Gotta
know,
buy the...
You're getting so you get finessed like every fucking 2 weeks. Jesus
No.
Christ.
I'm thinking about it. I don't fully go. Like, I get there and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just have
Bro,
to check it out.
you told me the last time that you got finessed, and then you're like, I'm thinking about getting finessed. I haven't checked up on you, so what's the finesse count at?
Giada, I got the J, good Mochi. That's it. Just 3. I think there was a 4th one.
You see, there you go. When you think, you're
Oh
not
no,
thinking
there was
about
a 4th one, but I don't really use it, and it's not really a monthly thing.
it. Fair enough. All right, and last comment.
Because I make sure. Hold on.
All right, okay.
I make sure that when I do get finesse, it's only a one-time payment for a lifetime thing.
Bullshit. There was that one where you were like, it's $10, so you're like, it's turning into like a $200.
But I didn't get that one. I looked into it,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh, no, wait. I did get that. No. Did I get that one? Yeah, I did get that one.
Mm.
No. When it said it was going to charge me $150,
Yeah.
no, I didn't do it.
Okay.
But I got that fucking cum slut. Oh, my God.
Oh, you're showing me so that bitch
And
is
Lucy
nasty
Joe.
as fuck.
Oh, dude.
She's fucking so hoed out.
You know what? No, you know what? That was the one that was like a lot. But luckily, you go to her other one where it's just previews and shit. It's not the full story. Fine either way because it's uncensored.
Fair enough.
But I got one from like a Gia doll, and she's like I don't know if she's like Italian or something.
Uh-huh.
But she keeps on saying, "Was like, why aren't you a friend of my friend fans only? It's $3 a month." And I was like, that seems like
Shut
a
up,
lot.
Bo.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
The thing I was thinking about honestly was the Brazzers account. Just getting a Brazzers account and just fucking passing out to like the homeboys, the ones that want to watch it. But I don't know like how many accounts can be active at once, like how many logins can be active. You know what I
You
mean?
have to do it at separate times. Just know I'm more of a day jacker.
I'm more of a night jacker, so.
No, there you go.
Well,
That
no,
works.
not really. I jack off like fucking 3 times a day. But.
Download. You're able to download from Brazzers.
That's true.
When you get those things and you actually pay for it.
When I fucking find that juicy one that fucking
Yeah.
bust my nut in like
Yeah.
fucking 8 seconds.
Yeah.
That's not uncommon though. 8 seconds.
Yeah,
is kinda
yeah,
like
but
the
you
norm.
keep on going. You time yourself. You do the ghost run.
Fair enough, fucking fair enough. Good show, boy. Alright, and Chris's last comment. You should never be surprised that a spike of violence every 4 years before the election. It always happens, and all the contenders use this as a talking point. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if all of these people were paid for all the violence that they do. That's some conspiracy level stuff for sure.
It is.
And you might want to listen to some Alex Jones. I'm fucking kidding.
Who's that? Some type of musician?
Yeah, no, Alex Jones.
Conspiracies,
No,
baby.
Alex Jones is that fat guy that you keep seeing they're fucking the gay shrimp, and like you see all those fucking crazy things.
Yeah, it's maybe I am. He's like, you know what? Maybe I am retarded.
Yeah, that meme where he says like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded. Like that's Alex Jones. But like the thing is like
That's the one Joe Rogan defended for a little bit, no?
yeah, they're friends for
Yeah,
sure. But like there was like some heated moments, and that's when they had like a 4-hour podcast or whatever. But
Yeah.
no, like that is honestly like a good kind of skeptic's way to look at it. That's the way I see it. It's just like
only thing like really big or not really big where tragedies happen and politicians just take
yeah.
it, like they made it seem like it's a coincidence, but it just there's a record of it, just like before this debate, that debate, this happened, that happened, and then it just happens to be that it's a big talking point in there.
Yeah.
Granted, they probably need it to talk it, but they don't really want it to happen. But to see that, to show that people are paying for it.
I mean, no, that's not out of the realm of possibility though.
It's not.
Because
It's kind of a
there
shame.
has been proven things where like they do pay people to be at like protests, and they're paid there to make it a riot, basically, to like make it violent, and it's been proven. So
I think
like
I've seen that on Mr. Robot.
Exactly. Yeah, like that's a show, but there's always some truth in it.
Yeah.
And those kinds of things. So like Clarissa has a good point that it could be like that way of thinking isn't out of the norm now. That's the thing.
That's true.
But that was a Clarissa Klein Jam Power Hour.
You, what you gonna do? Hey, you, what you gonna do when the government's after you?
And next up, we have Keeping the Regs with Approve. He has some short, sweet ones. He says, "Love you guys." Love you too, Prin.
Quit being gay.
See, that's the kind of attitudes we have.
Hey, he knows what I mean by that. Don't let him see your soft side.
His second comment. Amber was born in 1996. Holy shit.
Holy shit, Juan was older than her.
Oh my
Juan was
god.
born in 93, bro.
Fuck. Wait, okay, so we were born 88, so that's we were 8 when she was born, and Prune's a year older than us.
He's from 87.
87. So he's a year. So he was 9.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You're
That's-
fucking robbing the cradle.
That's why that whole message, that
Yeah.
whole fucking conversation about these were the love jams when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
She was still in diapers, bro.
Jesus Christ. Prune, I love you, but man, I don't know how you do it. That is quite an age gap.
Not really. I mean,
It-
it's 8 years. You know what? It doesn't matter after they hit 18. Past 18, it's whatever.
No, for sure. Like the age isn't necessarily a thing, but like things that you can find in common, like that's. I'm
Well,
sure,
think of it
I'm
this
sure
way.
there's things to find.
Oh,
in
there's
common.
plenty of things in common.
for
think,
sure,
Think
for
of it this way, like Pokemon. They get along with Pokemon.
Yeah.
When she's thinking of it like a brand new thing, like wow. We're thinking of it like an old thing, like yeah. In which case, the wow and the yeah turn to a wow, yeah.
But like just thinking about it, like there's certain like pop culture references that are completely lost on her.
Oh, like whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Like she doesn't know what the fuck Blossom is. Like unless she loved like a I love the '90s kind of VH1 thing.
And even at that, she probably was maybe a tween when that came out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Like,
and we're adults watching shit that
and the
we're
thing
like,
you
"Hey,
have to
remember
like
you were a teen?"
realize, like as we got older,
Uh-huh.
like the technology started like getting
Getting more
faster
better,
and
yeah.
better, and so now like there's like a huge gap to like we like all. You're a little older than us, Carlo, but like just a little bit. I'm probably more.
It's not a jab. It's just a fact.
It's just a fact.
Yeah,
But the thing is, like we
Old man, that's a jab.
we understand the context of like a cassette, like playing your music on like a piece of plastic, and then
Rewinding it
there's
with the
more
pencils.
there's more plastic spooled in there. You know what I mean? Like that's a dead technology now. And by '96, it was already starting to phase out. Like everybody had CDs by then.
Yeah.
So we were like part of like we were the very end of like we actually experienced that.
Yeah.
We know a small time period before the internet. There was computers,
Yeah.
but before the actual internet, where you can look shit up,
Yeah.
we really didn't have that. We still had to look at fucking encyclopedias when we were like children.
You know what I always find the biggest trip when I was working at Advance? I had people that worked there when it was like Western Auto, and they were like, "Man, y'all got it lucky with these computers, man. You can look it up all quick." Back then, we had to either know exactly what they needed, or we had to look up in catalogs. I was like, "The fuck, a catalog? Nigga, how you do that?" And they show, and we still have them. There's fucking 40, 50 binders of catalogs, each one for each year of the vehicle, type of vehicle, and then you go in there and you try to look up what part number it was for like a carburetor, a fucking muffler, a window, or something like that. I'm like, yeah, nah, fuck that. I wasn't gonna do
and
that.
that's the thing is like that whole thing of like, man, my dad always said like we had just had it better back then. I was like, you had some things better for sure. You didn't have everything better. Like we grew up with a lot more convenient things.
We came out lavish and poor at the same time.
You guys are talking about cassettes. Probably not even near the same topic. But when I was
When I was a young boy.
when I was a young warthog.
I was a young boy. Oh. I recently saw that movie and I still cry at the Mufasa scene. I'm such a bitch. I'm 31 years old. I'm like, fuck,
Look,
man.
I like-
can't
I like
sleep.
the Lion
Prue
King.
Man did not. He laughed at that. I was like, Prue Man, you cold.
Yeah, you're just a cold-blooded motherfucker.
I liked The Lion King, but hands down, my favorite movie is Aladdin.
You see,
So Aladdin to me was so fucking good, man. Like
I noticed that it's a divide with
Yeah.
Disney, and especially like around our age group, it tends to be like, were you a Lion King kid or were you an Aladdin kid? And they're only like a fucking year apart, maybe.
When I was a kid in school, so The Lion, I think I was in 3rd grade when The Lion King was gonna come out. And I'm not really sure how this happened, but I remember that our teacher played
Touch us.
played a preview of The Lion King, and it was like this epic thing that was gonna happen, and they played it for us at school. Like I guess after like it had already come out and it was already released on VHS, like they got the thing and they played it for us in school so we could watch it in the classroom. It was like really
nice.
cool. Anyways, that wasn't what I was trying to say.
Mhm.
When I was a kid, I didn't have CDs, and I didn't actually even have cassettes either. But my cousin's wife had those little mini recorders where they used to like record notes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah,
the top of the line shit,
I
right? Like
remember that,
the little mini cassettes.
Yeah.
Well, she had one, and then she had another backup one, I guess, or maybe it's that she had another one because I stole that first one from her. But I would record like KTFM used to have like the top 10.
Yeah.
Like, late at night, I think it was like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
They used to have like the top 10. So I used to record the top 10
Mm.
so that I could like play it back. And like that was like my like Walkman or like my CD player. Like
Yeah.
I played back those mini cassettes. And then what I would also do is like I would make my own like little mixtapes. I knew when the songs were coming out because like basically the list was always the same throughout the week. or
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
So like I knew what song I wanted to hear. So like I would play it and like man, yo, I got really good. Like I could have been a fucking DJ. You know? I got really good at editing that shit up real good. And
And you always made sure nobody came in. You're like,
yeah, that was like my thing because like they basically would shut the lights out and I basically had to go to sleep and I used to sleep in the living room at my uncle's house. This was before they gave me a room that I shared with my cousins. But so like I slept on the couch and like I had a little radio and I would connect that thing and like I would hide under the blanket with this thing and like play it out. And of course I would have to do it before my cousin woke up. I'm sorry, not woke up. Before my other cousin would show up because he used to go out and then he would be out and show up like around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So like I had to be asleep already by that time, which sometimes of course I wasn't. And then if I was awake or if I woke up, he would be watching TV because again I slept in the living room, so he's watching TV, and he would be like, "Hey, go to sleep." I'm like, "But you have the TV on." He's like, "Go to sleep." And I'm like, "So I go to sleep."
Yeah, learn how to fall asleep with noise.
Or eventually he would just succumb and like let me watch the movie, whatever movie he was watching. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Don't tell anybody." So
It was always a rated horror movie.
It was like shitty like B-side horror movies
yeah.
and like skin flicks and like old Pedro Infante movies, like
Hey,
the
yeah,
old
yeah.
ones, like because he had bought the big collection for my uncle who was a big Pedro Infante fan. His dad.
Yeah.
And he had the cassettes, and so he would play them, and like I would love watching those movies with him. That's how I got into those movies. It was just absolutely beautiful movies.
They're
Yeah.
great movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. Like I say that shit all the time. Like the Universal monster movies. Like
Oh, those are
I
so good.
I watch those, and the reason like I love those movies because like it would be my uncle. He'd be like, "Hey, watch this shit. This shit's badass." This is what I used to watch when I was a kid. I was like, "All right, cool." And I fucking love Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah,
It's
that's like my favorite.
That's my favorite. He's a total dick throughout the whole movie. He's just an asshole. But it's still my favorite fucking movie. Like, and that's the thing. Is
You're
like,
like,
there's
if someone
always,
fugly like him could get love, why can't I?
he stole love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
same
love,
thing, that's what you gotta
love
do.
is
love is arbitrary.
You know what, man?
It's
Look,
loose in
Stockholm
that movie.
syndrome is a real thing, and I'm glad that exists.
Yeah, dude, Creature from the Black Lagoon was like my favorite like horror movie from like those old Monsters of
Yeah.
Hollywood films, and I also really liked the Wolfman as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, Wolfman
Wolfman
was best.
Jack.
And then but that dude, Creature from the Black Lagoon was my favorite. Wolfman was number 2, and then I also liked Phantom of the Opera, which I don't necessarily think it counts from that era, but I
Yeah.
know it was released around, but I liked it.
Yeah, the Phantom of the Opera is one thing that I never super got into. I was never like a huge like musicals kid.
I've never
in-
seen
in
it, but I've
general.
just seen just like a couple parts and just where they sing Phantom of the Opera.
You see, I don't even know
And
like,
that's
that
it.
much. I think I maybe have seen
Or
like
just the organ part. The
yeah, exactly. I've maybe seen like that part, like one of the more famous parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Like but that's the thing is like by the time '96 like hit, there was already like things that like
There's a big generation
Exactly.
switch right there.
and then but like you have to understand like we already knew of like first generation Pokemon.
yeah.
Like that's what we understood.
Well, yeah, because it came out what 94,
It came out 94.
94,
Was it
95.
95?
It's
I think it was like late 94,
I think it was 94 in Japan. I think it didn't
Uh-huh.
get here until 96, honestly.
possibly.
So, we were raised on first gen. Like,
Yeah.
Amber's first generation was probably like 4th.
No, wait, what do you mean? Like by the time they were old enough to know what it was?
Exactly. Like, but because, like, you can't fucking quantify, like...
Okay, so yeah, so 96, we're between the ages of 8 to 10, 8,
Yeah.
8 to 12,
I was
13.
11.
11.
No, I didn't say there you go.
Okay, so 8 to 12,
Mhm.
twin years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've learned the first Pokemon. So we had Gen 1, which came out with like Fossil, Jungle, and Rocket stuff.
Yeah. Fuck, I love
Uh,
Fossil.
by the time
I don't
she's
know why.
12, That's
Well,
about
let's
Gen
say
3, Gen 4.
By the time she's like 8, that's already like Gen 4. I'm thinking
More than likely, they didn't
Like-
come out as
rapidly as they do
rapidly.
now.
Yeah, now they're like at Gen 9 and
Yeah.
in less than fucking 5 years.
Yeah. I don't even.
Because I remember Black and White, then Ho-Oh, then Alolan, then XYs, and all this other shit. It got
That's
crazy.
True, yeah, it's gotten insane.
It was slowly coming out. Maybe every 4 years. So if anything,
Yeah.
she was maybe third, like Diamond and Pearl.
Maybe possibly, yeah. Yeah, you're
You
probably right.
guys honestly have legitimately lost me. I never played the Pokemon games. I never played any of that. I watched the cartoon.
Yeah.
So like I watched it when it would come on TV because of course I was already out of school. Or
Yeah.
whatever, so like I would watch it there. So like I watched the old Pokemon cartoons. So like I think I saw it for maybe 2 years or whatever it ran.
Yeah.
So
It's still running, baby.
well, yeah. by the time I left my uncle's house, I was gonna turn 12, and that was honestly the last time I ever saw Pokemon. I never saw Pokemon after that, and it wasn't until after the fact that I was already an adult
Yeah.
in my 20s that I realized that Pokemon was still going on, and that there was a card game for it, which I had no idea about. I truly didn't.
Deep down inside, you're like, oh man, this thing's still going on.
Yeah, I was
bro.
surprised. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this is still going on, and like they made movies from it, and you know they have a card game. I thought the card game was like created because of the show, but no, it's the card game was first and then the show.
Yeah.
And like I had no idea about that. Like even like Magic the Gathering, I didn't know anything about Magic the Gathering or anything like that until I was in my late teens, my early 20s.
Yeah.
D&D I knew about in my early teens because some friends that I
Yeah,
had,
it's
they
been
were much
around
old-
since the 70s.
yeah, they're like much older guys. Like in high school, these guys were like much older than I was.
Yeah.
And like they played D&D, and I would hang out with them
Mm.
to like basically like smoke weed and like drink beer and like try to hit on their girlfriends
Mm.
while they were fucking like nerding out. Hey, what's up, girl? And they're-
You truly are the little sucker fish on the bottom of the well.
Oh, the Remora. Fucking gutted shrimp.
yeah, when y'all are playing y'all's cards and RPG shit, I'm like, what's up, girl?
Yeah, we also
If
have
they
like
show-
a 4-year difference. So I
If
was
this
just
shit
like,
happened to have a girlfriend. to be honest, in high school, I had a little bit of game, and when I was playing Magic, I had this girl who was really into me, that would sit on my lap while we played, and it made the other guys uncomfortable. They're like, "Why is he playing and have a girl?" I was like, "Dog, I do what I want." And they would be surprised because it never failed. God, I love that girl. As soon as we were leaving the thing, she would always make sure to flash me. And I'd be like, I didn't keep her. I didn't have her.
That's a keeper for somebody.
Yeah. But she showed this little 16-year-old boy, you're almost a man.
And Prune's the last comment. The people want more Tony. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, he's just trolling there.
Yeah, I know.
To-
But that was keeping it right to the brew.
I want to say that it helped him out
Mm.
today, and while we were putting stuff away,
Mm.
I just happened to be like, you know what, man, let's play some Mexican music. We're doing Mexican shit, let's do some Mexican music. And I put on that guy, tag him on time.
God damn it.
And he's just like, you know, my girl fucking hates it when you tag me on shit that he puts out. Because that guy puts out different music,
Yeah.
and he's just playing. And I'm like, but it looks like, he's like, it looks nothing like me. I was like, baby would have had the mustache. I was like, exactly. That doesn't have to make that much sense. It's just funny. And she goes, you know, she was mad. She's like, why does he tag you on it? You look nothing like it. He's like, he's trolling. You can't take it seriously, because she still doesn't know
Yeah.
the dynamic that is our friendship.
Yeah.
And she's just like, well, you gotta stand up for yourself. While he was telling me this, dude, I was fucking cracking up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do that more often now.
God damn it.
Because you know how trolls work, bro. This is what I do.
I know. I've known one for fucking 10 years already.
There you go. He's a troll too, so, you know,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
what it is.
That's the thing. It was like we all fucking troll each other.
Exactly.
And try to do. But that's the thing, and that's the kind of dynamic that I guess like a lot of people are turned off by, because they don't understand that like we have now figured out through so many different conversations that we know that we can take those jokes.
Yeah.
But we have to retrain our brain into like new people that might come in, or like people that don't have as much time in
Yeah.
with us, that becomes a problem.
Best way we figured it out was like when we both went to work at Michael's. We literally had to ask people, how good are you with certain
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's,
details.
I think that's where it started. Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, I knew that what we did was just special. Well, not special, but it just really worked for us.
Yeah.
And knowing who we could kind of joke with, who could take a joke, is what we had to see, because we was messing with North people, and the North people is very soft.
But that's the thing is, maybe a way to reframe it for yourself is think of every new person as the North people.
Oh, I ain't
So
worried
that's
about
you
it, dude.
make sure.
Like my
North
attitude
remembers.
towards people, my attitude towards people that I don't know is a certain way, and I warm up to them, and I let them warm up to me, and then I show them a real face.
Fair enough.
You know, and then that's where they're like, okay, that's funny,
Yeah.
and then they if they don't like it, I test it out, and then they let me know. It's like, oh man, I can't joke with you like that. I was like, all right, fair enough.
I
don't.
recently had this conversation with a chick about I think I maybe told you.
Oh, the
this.
killing yourself thing.
Yeah, like the whole thing is like with depression, like you find a way like around it, how to like relieve yourself of any kind of.
You remember it.
Yeah. So like maybe you get this where like you're like, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself, like Jesus Christ. This girl was like, don't say those things, and I was like, it's just a joke. She's like, I don't want you joking like that because I care about you. I was like, oh, okay, you're just a decent person. I was like, okay, so you don't deal with this kind of thing like on a regular basis.
Deep down inside, you were like, fuck you. You don't. I know I don't mean shit to you, and then. Like, deep down inside, you probably thought, like, oh, don't fucking tell me that you care about me.
No, not at all. Like,
Oh,
no, because, like, you're equating, like, care about me, but with, like, an actual relationship.
No.
I'm just
I just
thinking,
mean,
like,
care, like
yeah, like, as a friend.
like, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, like, I've known that girl for a longer period of time where I know she's not.
Yeah.
She actually cares about me as a person, so... That's the thing. So I was like, oh, right. And then I forgot about it. And then, like, a fucking week later, I made the same kind of joke. And she was like, fuck you. I was like, oh, yeah, my bad. I was like, I had to retrain my brain now. So, like, yeah, exactly, with her. But that's the thing is, like, yeah, you have to, like, every person is different. So you have to, every relationship is different. So, like, there's certain things that, like, you can't share with it. Like, that's why I say, like, with you, I can't share, like deep personal things with you just because of, like, your personality. It's to make a joke. Like, that's the way you kind of take it.
And
you're
also, you fear that I spilled the cheese man.
You do.
I do spill the cheese man.
Yeah, you're total fucking terrible at it.
Man, when we were at Heroes, we had the cheese man circle. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was fine in there because we just didn't give a fuck. But that's the thing is, like, every relationship is different. You just have to learn how to, like, deal with it.
I mean, I could adapt. Like, the people I worked with over there,
I know.
They knew I was coarse, but not as coarse as I could be. And, we just got along. And it was like, and we had decent conversations. They would tell me shit, and I'd be like, that I didn't ask for it, and I'd be like, okay, cool. But other than that, I'm a very chameleon-like type of person.
I've learned that professionally, I've had to always be very
stern.
Well, yeah, but also I have to be very, very controlled about what I say or how I say things. Which I think is why I have been successful in management, is just because you have to find a way to say certain things. You can't tell a kid, hey, you're acting like a little asshole, you need to get your shit together, and realize that you need this job as much as we need you. It's not all just writing, that you're going to threaten us. Things like that. You have to be able to walk lines and know how to talk to different people. And I think I learned that very, very, very early on. Thankfully, because of my uncles.
Yeah.
They didn't really speak a lot of English, and so I would translate for them. I would communicate for them. Not all the time, but sometimes I would be the one communicating for them.
Yeah.
And that's something that I learned very early on, was like, the way my uncles talked to me, when they would tell me something, I would have to translate that on to whoever it is that I'm speaking to, and I can't translate exactly what they're saying, because what they're saying isn't always very nice.
Yeah.
So I have to find a bureaucratic way to be like, well, they feel that maybe you should. So I learned very early on, at a very, very early age, before I was even a teenager, I learned how to talk to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
And I think that those skills have really helped me get along. And I get, like your personality is great. You know, I love that you're very upfront and you're very, the way you talk, like, we've known each other for a long time, so we all talk to each other a certain way.
Yeah.
But, you know, of course, I mean, I know you all have seen this when someone new comes around, like, I behave differently because I'm trying to assess who they are. I can't say certain things professionally that I would in my own private life.
Yeah.
I can't talk about a lot of the things that I talk about with y'all, you know what I mean? And the things that I do privately and how I go about things I can't talk about. Also, it's another thing where you can't, you know, you don't talk about politics and religion at work. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You always keep that out. And so there's just so much stuff that you just can't really honestly talk about in a professional atmosphere, because you have to walk a fine line of getting respect and giving respect. And if you cross that in any one direction, you run the threat of like losing respect for either that person or that person losing respect for you, and it's really hard to get that back.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
know?
tough line of thing. It's harder to do with younger children than it is with adults. Like, all I worked with I was the youngest one for a while at the store I worked with. But I could, you know, bring up like, oh, there's certain games, but I was able to talk certain politics, or at least be given information, because I would straight up tell them, I don't know much shit about anything, but, you know, let me know what you think about whatever. And, you know, that's where my views on Trump kind of leaned a little bit more to where he's doing an alright job, just because I was getting the information from a vet, a Marine Corps vet, and he's like, honestly, if anybody's, he's a more conservative guy, but he's very liberal when it comes to the way a person lives their life. It's like, live your life the way you want. You could be gay, straight, black, I don't care. I fought for this country to, you know, protect your rights, to have whatever rights you believe you have, you know, that we all have as people. But when it comes to my money, economically, very conservative. And I was like, yeah, that makes totally sense. You work hard for your money. You don't want to get fucked because somebody else doesn't want to work as hard about it. Yeah. You know, and I was like, that's where I kind of figured out I might have been more Republican than Democratic on certain standpoints. And I was just like, oh, I could at least form my type of opinion off the information that they were giving me. Yeah. And then other times I would joke mostly about a lot of drug use to the manager. He's like, you don't do any drugs. I was like, no, I don't do drugs. It's just like weed from time to time. He's like, don't tell me that either, bro. And I was like, hey, dog, everybody does it. It's legal. It's gonna be legal. So fucking get on the train, bro. And now this manager's like, so you and me could try and start a dispensary for medical marijuana. I was like, dude, that sounds like a great idea. Let's make this money, bro. And he's just
Let's get this fucking bread.
Exactly, dude. Like Moon Knight. But yeah, and then, you know, other guys that were closer to my age, we talk about Transformers and stuff, where I led my experience from Heroes, fucking relate to them. Yeah. And then the foreign guy from the Philippines, I was asking him about his country, and, you know, he was teaching me how to speak Tagalog, yeah. And we were practicing, but of course, you know, being me, I was like learning the bad words first, so I made sure I know, like, TT is fucking dick, and I was like, oh man, so that over there is a TT eater? And he's like, yeah, it's a DT. And, you know, I would just, you know, translate it with the phone, and we just have a good time, and that's how we pass the time, you know, working and fucking learning whatever I could from them. It was a good time. I went to go see them yesterday. They miss me. They're like, when you coming back? And I'm like,
never. But
Probably.
I think that'll do it for this episode.
Yeah,
episode
this episode.
157
Probably.
of the City Podcast.
Yeah.
Tony is still indisposed at the moment, but I am Roman and
your boy Eric.
Hate that boy, and our special guest
Carlo.
What is it?
So meek.
So me.
Vom Boner.
But alright, guys, like we say at the end of every episode,
Bye.